the world at large. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm the queen of the tune. You're award-winning down the master queen. Okay, guys, I don't think y'all ready for this one. This is the first female cipher. And hold up, we have all the female entertainers on this one. The legendaries, the voices of the radio. Hey, yo, Queen V, let's run it.
Bitches they feeling my swag, niggas they feeling my style. People that really know that I'm the hottest, you and Ella. Bigger than one can ride. Me and I take his side. I will show them say I the pieces so they para do or die. Y'all know I'm the queen all the time. All the probably they throwing sign. They bringing the bogo, we eating it, we choosing the jelly climb. They throwing wappy, we watching, but we not get that time. Oh man, chukuchu, big trust say don't got flash. That who talking, that me talking, me pa, I'm not scared. I know you're the talk of the town, but we will stay holding the ground. Queen V, hot as shit, call me bad as Puna. They call me the legend, I don't know. I guess you all are amateurs and I'm the pro. Cypher, 101, Queen V, D-Banks, turn me on. Female side when I'm fat on the beat, I'ma bring the air freshener. Call me cookies, baby, Kolokele, I take your intestine off. Now they kinda big and make me your favorite rap machine. They like, mama, you get top on me? Look, we don't talk a lot, we just let the record speak. Your favorite rappers find me in my gang and then he check our speed. Beef is a specialty, I eat in the beef with extra teeth. I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist, I'm a freestylist. So many veggies, they was in the kill like a sink cabbage. I don't do a lot. He's a cola boy, he let you know I can get beat and love a truck. I'm making a temperature high, relaxing in the car. I buy more than buy the ballets. I just pray on the demi and one commando bracket. But pay some respect to your highness. I kill the beat that like cookies, thank you for your highness. Ladies ski, I do what I want with Poppy. I figure that John and Jackie. But sooner or later I'll be killing your dog, licking your body is up. I guess I'm the one you've been dreaming about. Telling your friends that you're looking for me, but where you been to? I've been looking for you. You're not a Facebook type, you're not a Snapchat type, you're not a WeChat type, but you're just not a social type. Cause the easy my wants so you vex. To join you happy, you always sending his text. I'ma take it to your mom, your pa, my man, been that part I want can job. Where I'm from, we don't take stock. You step on my toes, I pay back. When it comes to the one that I love, I got boys in Nima, I got boys in Rele, I got boys in Douala. All of them can get back. When it comes to the one that I love, I'm taking that noise, so your parent and hus. She's the queen, I'm the queenie. I know all of y'all thinking, Queen V, master queen, ladies keep on let me doing my thing on the side for 101.
Pills, cause it came too drippy, but I came too flowy. The punches are flow, made a level, so call me here man. I breaking swag, breaking fire, my left on the line. No competition, they can't stand my tension. And in the street, like my name, they can mention. Some female DJ refuse to ban female song. For some don't reason, bad no know that sad, but I care. But when they game boss, I said I Joe would say except. When they hear female, I tell the Jeffy, say we fucking joie. They talk blah blah blah, but they not know say we the man. Call me a man, I flaky with your man, don't call me a man. Call me a man, call me a man. I give you that, so call me a man. Call me a man, call me a man. I chichi a tapa, so call me a man. Call me a man, call me a man. My picky what? Call me a man.
Yeah, it's J Flow, baby. Ajiwa temple. But this a boss you can't tell. Hako, hot target. Taggy with bracket. A spellings of ice, then when they will copy the code, they will cap the concept. Hip code like my boat back. Letting out talking, I call. I'm the president. Nigga town, I'm a resident. J Flow with a mindset, when a man test, I'm a pro. With the best of the best. It's on your ear on post. Look, I spin the party. They won't come waste my bossy. They say, we want to go Jesse. For me, I'm not wearing Jesse. On the beer, I too desperate. My lyric flowing jelly. We the best in the game. We got flow, no contest. John the Big, he saw a rapping and he fire in protest. But we the hair to the tune. We speak nothing but the truth. Trying to make impossible possible. Make your dreams come true. Boko in that loco. I said Boko. Trying to hustle and struggle. Just to get mad or eat a kobo. I'm here on murder moon. Don't mess with me before I murder you. You're born each one, I tend to ya. I'm on the speak, just a DB die. I made it by it and all yeah, in Booyaka. It's a massacre. I got the keys, I'm the king to this queen. You play with me, I take the goat from the sheep. You want the beef or your shit cheap. I get you cool sounds. Tell me, how you feeling me now? Yeah, I search my
my flow no trap. Your favorite rapper, yeah, me the clapping. They keep on asking and screaming, but why they you yeah flexing? I get flow, I get bars, setting for my brain no writing. I'm in the skin for the prophet, so I escape the loss. If you're not get where my bikini, you'll be creepy on me. So now later when I blow, I will be screaming my name. That bad roll, I will be screaming my name.
Attention, let me get your attention. And you see me so I'm not let plenty tension. But don't step on my toes, you will get wrong impression. I did bag it, but don't tag it. And you know, say you not brag it. See, they be asking, how could it be me? What must it be me? Everything I mean, bitch, yes indeed. But you never saw the best in me. I sing, I balance, I sing, I inspire, I dance, they holler, they never see the fire. My inspiration came too fast, like I planned for it. I'm in the game for the moco, so you can calculate. That mean if it wanted, that mean they won't get full of this. Sex if it wanted, I spit in battle in your face. I quit to calculate, I quit to memorize, I quit to flow. They haters see me now, they jacking all of them, they feeling cool. Babe, you wanna cipher, I run things and I run me. That mean if it wanted, that mean they won't get full of place.
I hate a server, wanna have me, the cute wanna ring. I am the prince, I own a server, so nobody bother me. I got flow, I got bar, keep on spitting, find a biggie bear, my own show. Jello can't feed me. I had a, I'm the hottest kitty and I beef, but I wait for it. You bring a beef, I bring my cow, I will play to it. If person make a think back on my biggie, you must cap it for. If you think you pass the bear, biggie me an iron oh. I spent in the way I follow, I'm making a minute on follow. You mess with me, but I death. My lyrics to bend again finish. I'm making a minute to feed me. Every time, every minute, I spend it, but I'm talking loud. And I'm making rapper lazy. I hit the stuff on the funnel. I will make a bit of Timo. Like crazy, I wanna be. They feeding my lyrics, the figure.
You see what did one not do again? Check your Facebook, that ball bad. Check your full you will not believe it.
Keep on, the 3 minutes going. That's my ball right there. Hey. And that's my ball.
D12 on the beat.
If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk, they will talk, they will talk, just to bring you down. They will spread all your bad news more than they spread your good news. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Oh, see, let them do the talking. See, I will do the bluffing, yeah, yeah. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it.
Already made it.
Baby, sexy and back, tuck it. Look at her front, tuck it. Look at her back, tuck it. Look at her side, supper. When you see Buju, know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. Whoa. That girl carrying some US. Whoa. Wanna sexy, come over now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, leave it so. Look at you. Look at you, oh, back on the chest on the play. They play for me, they dance there. And yeah, you will get away colors. And I will get away colors, yes. You will respect, capital B. You will respect, my you in the money child. You will respect, you carry 10 out of 10. You will respect, 10 out of 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Okay, look at her back. Look at her front, look at her waist, look at her hips. Baby, from out of my Ingaya. Someday she let go be in jeans. Someday she let go be in dress. Someday she let go be in skirt. Red, white and blue. International beauty, international body, international baby, international business. They get too expensive, they're more too attractive, they're more too productive. Number, you will respect, capital A, capital B, you will respect, my you in the money child, you will respect, you carry 10 over 10, you will respect, 10 over 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't challenge now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Look at her back, look at her front, look at her waist, look at her hips. Baby, from out of my Ingaya. Man, you are beautiful, show your beauty. You are beautiful, baby, you get it. Show your beauty, man, you are beautiful. She keep that. Freddie Barrow. You're a beat I see too much.
J&B Records.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to another edition of Voice Sasano in the Diaspora with Dark Side Porter Esoteric coming to you live from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. Today is another day. I'm happy to be with all of you. It's another day. So before I get going here, I'm seeing a couple of people that follow the show right now. And so I like to recognize you. You are loyal followers. And therefore, I should recognize you. So, Vala, Hulk, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm seeing here Augusta Okai. What's up? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Key is Manning 20 on. How are you? Thanks for joining the show. Alpha Cow, Melvin Dewar, how are you? President Francis Clark Myers is following the show. Our project man is Slebby Sidney is following the show as well. I'm seeing Mr. Charles Kruji, member of the board of directors. Grable Quinn is following the show. Thanks for following. Dora is Fomba. How are you? Also saying watching Davis is following the show. Lisman David, how are you? Thanks for following the show. Intime Toba, thanks for following the show. I'm seeing Angeline Weir, how are you? And then I'm seeing the former president of our union, former congressional contestant, electoral district number 3, Sano County. That's Madam College Abodifole is also following the show. Welcome to, I'm saying, Mickey. How are you? Mickey, welcome to the show. Ernest Foley, how you doing, buddy? Long time. All right, these are the people I'm seeing right now. I'm not seeing all of you. So welcome to the platform. We want to have a beautiful show today. But as usual, I'm going to start with my agenda before we get into the fascinating topics, before I go into expansion and what have you. And so I will obviously start with shout outs. A couple of people that celebrated their birthdays and some people that are doing it today. My friends on Facebook, so I will do a shout out to the people that I saw. So I'm saying that's one person advertising right now. So we'll do the belated happy birthday greetings. Next, I'll be talking about for my talking point today, Melvin Casewares, blistering allegations against PD Noah without supporting documents. And so again, this is the voice of Sino. So we are giving you occurrences, developing stories from Sino County, Republic of Liberia. So Melvin is a young guy. We're gonna go into detail shortly. So follow me. So the next one I will be talking about. So Melvin made the allegation against the port manager of Sano County, Alex Noah. And so guys, the officials from the port, the guard Amen Blai and other officials from the port came and demolished Melvin's allegations against PD Noah with compelling evidence. So we're going to be looking at that shortly. Next one here that I'll be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The people say if you want to go out there, you have to put your house in order. So there is a major election coming up in Sano County, and we all have to take a position. And so gradually, I will tell you my position, but for sure, I'll be telling you today, giving you key reasons why I cannot support Mr.Thomas Romeo Quioh'S campaign for the Senate. Okay, I will tell you, give you reasons why. Okay, I got to start from my own house first before I go to the outsider. All right, so that's one thing I'll be talking about. And then the next one I call it travel majority versus ideological majority, which is better. The case of Oteka Sewe. All right, so those are the things I will be talking about today. So if you're just joining the platform, welcome. I'm seeing the port manager himself, Alex Noah, is following the show. Thanks for joining the show. I'm seeing Otavin, the secretary for USA in North Dakota, is following the show. Those are the people what I was talking to John. So welcome aboard. We'll do a quick shout out again, like I said, from the genesis of my broadcast. So before I do all of that, again, all of you, to my family, my friends, and those that I know, those that I do not know, that supported us during the homegoing and during the demise of my stepfather, Mr. Morris Yanwet. I want to say thanks to all of you for your support and everything else. I cannot name everybody, but I just want to say thank you very much for your help. My mom is grateful. The entire family is grateful to all of you for your support. Into our discussion, I know the George Floyd issue has obscured the virus, but we shouldn't be oblivious to that. The virus is still around, and so let us still follow the precautions, the tips from the medical professionals, and all of that. Okay. That out of the way, I also want to say I'm in solidarity with the family of George Floyd. The demonstration that going on around the world. We are also in support of that, the voice of Sino. All right, so those are just prefatory comments that I wanted to make. Okay, now so let me do a shout out quickly. Birthday greetings to people that I saw, my friends on Facebook. So the gentleman on the screen is called Mr. Alex Yala. Alex Yala, I think he's the incumbent, the current president of the Kunabo Development Association. And I mean, I know him personally, very decent guy. You know, those are big brothers that we look up to here. He's a very, a huge intellectual. And so we want to take this time to say, Brother Yala, we want to say happy belated birthday to you. We wish you many, many more years. Okay, let me do that. Next person, not in particular order. Let me go to the next person that I saw. The next person here is my little cousin Marie Zarzar. Maurice also celebrated his birthday. I think it was the 4th, if I'm not in a margin of error here. So yeah, Maurice also celebrated his birthday. So Maurice, on behalf of the platform, the Voice of Sano, the family, who we like to say happy belated birthday to you. We wish you many, many more years. You know, see, looking at Maurice, it tells me that we are indeed aging. You know, we are getting old. We are getting old with jet lag speed. You know, Maurice was yesterday a little boy, but I see he's far bigger than me now. You know, he has a whole family. His wedding is coming up pretty soon. It should have been held this, I think it was July or June, this June, and it was postponed because of the virus. And so it has been postponed to next year. So Maurice, again, happy belated birthday to you. Next person that I saw, I want to do a shout out to. Let's see here for you. Maurice is out of the way. Let me see the next person that I have. This is the little man here. His name is I think Chia Junior. Yeah, the superintendent of Sano County, Lee Nambwe Chia, that's his son. The young man, he communicates with me a whole lot. We interact via messenger. So uh, Lee Junior, I want to say happy birthday to you, young man. Wish you many, many more years to come. That's Lee Nambwe son over there, Junior, the superintendent of Sano County. I just want to do a shout out to the young man. Let's see who I have here for us. I have here Miss Shelley Colosi. Miss Colosi is a staunch member of the Delaware Valley chapter. She is celebrating her birthday today. So Shelley, on behalf of the office of President Francis Clamiles, um, the entire chapter, the leadership, all the members, and of course, on behalf of Voice of Sano in the diaspora, we like to say happy, 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 joyous birthday to you. And enjoy your birthday because of we cannot your feeling, but not metaphorically, but metaphysically, in spirit, in other words, so we are with you. Enjoy your big day. That's Miss Shelley Colosi. Who else? I have somebody else here. This is brother Jerry Massaquet. Mr. Massaquet is the husband. He's also our memo here for the chapter, but he is the husband of Winnie Massaquet, one of our staunch members of the chapter here. So I saw brother Jerry celebrated his birthday a couple of days ago, or if you like, last week. Also, we want to do on behalf of the office again, the political Cleopatra of the Delaware Valley chapter, Her Excellency President Francis Miles, and all the members of the chapter. We want to say, Brother Jerry, happy belated birthday to you. All right, let's see who else we have here. We want to do a shout out to. This person, this is I call Dr. Kuma Pakala. Dr. Pakala is my friend. She's a very nice person. You know, I was stopping with her mother before, and so we like to use the opportunity to say a happy belated birthday to Dr. Kuma Pakala. I think she got married now, so her last name is Gomez. If I'm not pronouncing that name correctly, incorrectly. So Miss Pakala, we want to say happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday. We wish you many, many more years. All right, who here I have to do a shout out to? I think these are the people. Oh no, one more person here. This is called blue stocking. You know, a blue stocking is nothing but a female scholar. And so this is Miss Masa Dopo. Miss Masa Dopo also, she's my Facebook friend. Also, you have to check her book out. She wrote a book. She's an author. She wrote a book about the early childhood education in Liberia. So you got to check her book out. The name, but I think it has to do with early childhood. So if you search her on Amazon, I have to get a copy myself to read it, and I like to maybe arrange an interview with her to see all of that. But Masa, we want to say happy belated birthday to you. We wish you many more years. Stay around so you can read more books for us. That's I mean that's a good thing. We have these young ladies writing books. All right, so Masa, enjoy your birthday. Happy belated birthday from Dark Side Porter on the Voice of Sign Up. All right, let's see here. One more person here before we get to our talking points. This is that's Katrina Carlo De, I think the last name. She got married, so her surname has changed. So Katrina again. Katrina is also part of our is a member of our chapter here, the Delaware Valley chapter. She celebrated her birthday not too long ago as well. And so, Katrina, on behalf of the office of the president, President Francis Clyde Myers, and all the members, the leadership, we want to say happy belated birthday to you. All right, that's Katrina. Katrina is a nurse. Uh, all right, the president is saying Ojugu Yimpan daughter as well. I didn't see the image, but the Ojuku is Mr. Ojuku Yimpan is also a member of the chapter, and his wife Deccan T. They're all part of the chapter. So then, according to the information I'm receiving from the president, the girl is celebrating her birthday today. I don't know her name, what her name is, but we want to say happy birthday, young lady. I wish you many more on behalf of the office of the president and all the members. We want to say happy birthday to you. We want to say thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Nyimpan for taking care of our daughter. Keep on doing the wonderful job that you are doing. All right, I think those are the names that I have for shout out, or the people that I have for greetings. All right, that out of the way, let's get to what I wanted to talk about today. The first thing, I seen comment here from Otavin. He say, "I work right now and can make contribution, especially on political topics. Happy birthday to all the June born." Okay, that's a statement from Otavin Sampson right there. Thank you, Mr. Sampson. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Who else? I think saw the president comment. Celebrate birthday today. Okay, she said that. All right, let's get to our talking points. Let's start with the first one. Let me see. Bam, that's the first one. And I like to bring this image down. And I will bring this one down as well. Voice of sound for now. And then we'll bring Melvin up here. Melvin is a young man that's standing with our lawmaker from Sano County, Senator Milton Tiaji. So this one, ladies and gentlemen, I call this Melvin. Sorry if I don't pronounce the last name. Quioh'S blistering allegations against PD, pool director, if you like, Alex Sonnenborn Noah, without supporting documents. Okay, our prior show we told you, again, this is the Voice of Sano is the oasis for information related to Sano County. So we reported the trending stories from Sano County during our prior broadcast. And we told you the attacks on the port manager and the allegations from everywhere. Some people saying the port of Greenville has been turned into a Sapo port, so they call it the Sapolization of the port. That's how other people were calling the Sapolization of Greenville port. Some people say the port manager is a dictator, is a tyrant. So other people were making out, they were saying things on Sound Forum. We want to drag him from the port and all of that. And we told you our senator who is standing over there, he was in the county and inciting the people. You're seeing this young man, he is enjoying your county, he's in the minority, and you guys got to do something to remove him. So the senator incited the young people, our brothers and sisters, unfortunately from the crew side. Senator Teji is trying to use the divide and conquer technique. So he was talking, he manipulated the minds of the young people. And so there was an avalanche of posts on Facebook, on Sound Forum. They are saying all sort of things. Sabo people, the sea is not theirs, the sea for cool people. I mean, all these things are going around. All right. So we gave you the first, so because of that, to quell all the noise, the port administration, they thought to bring on the communication man for the port, the National Port Authority, Malcolm Scott. Malcolm came and disabused the public of the allegations against Alexander Noah. So in continuation of this, the development from the county, Melvin also had the opportunity to go on Voice of Sound, but unfortunately we don't have the audio. But we have a statement from Melvin, the young man who is standing with Senator Milton Teji on the picture there. And so we'll read Melvin's statement, the allegation, that's what we call blistering allegations against the port manager. And then we'll listen, the other one will listen to the officials from the port debunking what the allegations that Melvin made against the port manager. Okay, so at this point, let me get to the communication of Melvin. Okay, so if you're joining us, saying Honorable Martin Sogo Wenja, welcome aboard. Whale King, how are you? Welcome aboard. So let me get to Melvin's statement yet against allegations against Alexander Noah, the port manager of Sound County. Let me get to that quickly. Right here. Everything is here. So Melvin wrote quickly. Where is my communication? Is right here. So Melvin wrote, was posted on his page, on his Facebook page, and so he wrote this as a long piece, but we have to read it. That's not this one here. Sorry guys, it's a bunch of stuff that I have here on my device. I know I got Melvin's statement here. All right, so while we are doing that, I think I'll give you a quick commercial and I will be right back. Let me get that statement. Let's get Dan chair for us.
He made it.
Baby, sexy and bad. Talk it, look at her front. Talk it, look at her back. Talk it, look at her side. When you see Buju, you know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. That girl carrying some US. Wanna sexy, come on now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, leave it so. Look at you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Voice of Sino. Let's see what the president said here. She says, Sino County President DVC Mariah TT celebrated her birthday today. Okay, okay. So we want to say shout out to. We'll do that later on the president. Thank you, thank you. All right. So let me see here. Let me get to my talking point. So Melvin again. Let me make Melvin the man of the day, right, or the hour right now. So Melvin wrote against the port manager. This is the like I told you, the port manager, the guy made an allegation. He is or he was an employee at the port. All right, and he was removed from payroll. All right, and so because he was removed from payroll, he blamed Alexander Noah for his removal. Okay, and so that's how all these different allegations from all over the place, he's accusing Alexander Noah for witch hunting him. All right, so after the communication man for the public relations person, Malcolm Scott, went on the radio and spoke, and Patrick and other guys that made an analysis of what the guy said. Melvin wrote a statement. He even went at the journalist Patrick Bolu that Patrick was biased. He didn't call him for his side of the story, even though Patrick gave him the benefit of the doubt. Patrick gave a rebuttal and said, "Oh, but I reached out to you and there was no reply, and that's why." But if you're available, come on the show. But anyway, long story short, Patrick invited him and he went on this Sounder radio station and he cleared his side of the story. He also posted a story on his Facebook page with respect to how or what happened between him and Alex Sonnenborn Noah, the port director. So this is what he wrote. He said he said, Big Brother Alex Noah and I disagreement. And my illegal, he said, illegal removal from the NPA payroll. Okay, that's the title of the piece. Big Brother Alex Noah and I disagreement, and my illegal removal from the NPA payroll. All right, says good morning, fellow Sanoians and Liberians. Greetings. If you may recall, a few weeks ago, there were information circulating on social media platforms, radio stations, attire shops, and around street corners on my removal from the NPA or payroll. NPA is National Port Authority, by the way. So he went on to say, I thought not to comment, but I'm constrained to do so. Because in a country like ours, if you continuously ignore lies being told about you, sooner or later, those lies turn into truth. Okay? Melvin goes on to say, first in first, I was taken to the port of Greenville through the recommendation of Big Brother Alex X Noah. Okay, so he acknowledged the fact. He said he was taken to the port by the port manager, the Alex Sonnenborn Noah, took in there through his recommendation. Okay, so now the question is, why would somebody who took you to the port, who gave you the job, will witch hunt you to remove you? Why? Why did he give you the job? He will remove you at the end of the day. All right. So let's give Melvin the benefit of the doubt. Let's read his story, his account. Okay. So Melvin says, but in less than, he said, let me read that again. First in first, I was taken to the port of Greenville through the recommendation of Big Brother Alex S. Noah. But in less than 5 months, things began to fall apart. This started during the 2018 senatorial by-election, where he asked me to support any of the candidates other than veteran Otello Do Nabe. Okay, that's why he's telling you that's where the whole scrimmage, the disagreement came from. That's where the parallel came from. All right, so he said this started during the 2018 senatorial by-election, where he asked me to support any of the candidates other than veteran Otello Do Nabe. Okay, according to him, the poll manager told him to support all the candidates but Othello do Namwe. Okay, let's go ahead. A decision I respectfully disagree to on grounds that Othello was the best man in the race. So, in Melvin's opinion, uh, Othello Namwe was the best person to support, according to him. And if you are a follower of Voice Osano, I have given you a companion account, I mean, if you like, a narrative of who Othello Nambe is. Othello Nambe, just to be clear, the guys, you see the young people of Sano County or Liberia at large, they are the one that perpetuating the corruption, the bad leadership in the country or in the county. So, in the opinion of Melvin, Othello do Nambe is the best person at the time, according to him. But at the time, you have to understand Othello aided and abetted the corruption of Senator Milton Tiege. Those were the guys that crafted the bill to confiscate certain tribe land in the county. They wrote a bill after the ran propaganda against a district in the county. Later on, when the employees of that district got employed or they got confirmed by Congress, the guys went and wrote a bill. You got to understand they were with Senator Milton Tiege. The Othello guy was the fiscal superintendent for Sano County. During his administration on Prosper Brown, nothing was done. You know why? Because the guys, he was sent as chief honor manor from Senator Tiege's office. And so, according to Senator Tiege himself, over 100,000 United States dollar. They say Prosper Brown, Superintendent Prosper Brown, left in our account. Over 100,000 United States dollars, and nothing was done. You know, again, because Othello and other guys, they undermined the guy because Senator Tiege wasn't in support of Prosper Brown, and Prosper Brown was nevertheless confirmed. Okay, so he said, if the guy does well, it will be a disgrace to me. You know, so the best thing I would do is to send my agent, Otello Kojo. Actually, they call it Otello Nambi, but his name is Otello Kojo. He's a Ghana man. And so, according to Melvin, this Ghana man is the best person. The guy who undermined the development agenda of Sano County. The guy who supported the corruption of Senator Tiege. The guy who recently wrote a statement and he said to us, I am supporting Senator Tiege agenda. That's what Otello Kojo wrote. But in Melvin's view, this is the best guy for Sano County. But anyway, let's get to his statement. I just want to give you a little background of who Otello Kojo is. And Kojo is still running in the coming election. He's running against Augustine Chie, the same man, the guys that pillaged our county covers. That's the same guy that the guys are saying is the best person for Sano County. So he went on to say, I read that statement again, a decision I respectfully disagree to on ground that Otello was the best in the race. This decision didn't actually go down well with him meaning Alison and Noah. So it obviously turned out to be malicious. Okay, so you see, Alison and Noah started attacking, it became malicious. Okay, besides, he said, besides, we had some little administrative disagreements. Okay, he said little, he didn't tell those administrative disagreements. Okay, he didn't tell us in the communication. Melvin went on to say, but our major disagreement, okay, so he didn't give us the little ones, but he about to give us the major one. Okay, but our major disagreement came when Senator Tiege called him Big Brother Noah, blasting him on the phone on some issues best known to them. Okay, let me see. Sorry, God, let me, something is in my way here. He went on to say, he came demanding me. He said, Alison Boy Noah came demanding me to make a sarcastic rebuttal. But I told him, Chief, I can't. I said to him that you two are leaders of our county. You can amicably resolve this void of Facebook. Besides, my conscience couldn't allow me to do so. Okay, because again, the young man, the season and to tell you as the God, Sano County. So you can't, your conscience cannot tell him to give a rebuttal. Okay, fair, you have the decision to do that. Okay, but hey, they watch it and to tell you, and that's one of the reasons why you were taken him from payroll. Okay, when Senator Teddy went in the county, he was walking behind him and leaving his job. All right, so he went on to say, um, but besides, my conscience couldn't allow me to do so. And it is because during the 2017 presidential and representatives elections, I was one of those disrespecting our leader in Honorable Jefferson Camo, only because I was supporting now Representative COD. In my mind, it was one of the best mistakes, or the biggest actually. He said, in my mind, it was one of the biggest mistakes I had ever made. Okay, supporting COD say was the biggest mistake. Okay, he made a mistake first, but the same guy will come by again. I don't know what would be the size of the next mistake he would make. Supporting Quentin Donkey say was the biggest mistake he made. Okay, all right, going against Jefferson Camo. All right, these are the young people. They will flip flop. They will make decisions without thinking. They will make sentimental decisions. So he went on to say it was one of the biggest mistakes I had ever made, and promised not to repeat such mistake as long as I'm alive. I thought to myself that it would have been better to respectfully disagree instead of being insultive. A wise man changes. Okay, they use these cliches a lot. Wise man changes. Okay, so wise man is a wise man, so he has to change. Okay, but Melvin got to understand also that criminals they do change. Okay, criminals do change position, so it's not only wise people. Okay, um, but Big Brother Noah saw my decision as a gross disrespect to him. He wanted to say he therefore blocked me on two of Facebook accounts and unfriended me the other one. He went ahead by he meant to say blocking. I think blocking every asset from me to him. He later thought to invite me to his office and blasted at me so bitterly and terming me as an ingrate. Okay, so he said that's why these are allegations he's making against the PD. Okay, calling the what angry man, the man is ungrateful. Okay, so the press, in other words, he said if you listen to him closely, he said he was carried to the port by the port manager, and so because according to what he wrote, the port manager told him to support any candidate but Othello, and he did that. So he's now obeying the man, So man is ungrateful. That's why he said that what the poor manager said. I've never said this before, but I have to do so now. Okay, he wanted to say it now. To the recent issue, he coming to the recent issue now. I think everyone on this media is aware of the unprecedented unity of the crew. Everybody on the platform doesn't know. I don't know. Okay, all right. He said now to the recent issue, I think everyone on this medium is aware of the unprecedented unity of the Crew Youth Association. Okay. And the sickening alleged plan to assassinate him, Big Brother Alex Noah, by the Crew Youth. And then, so these were some of the things I was talking about. Those things they were posting on Facebook. They want to drag him, Alex Sonnyboy Noah from the poll. They want to assassinate him. All the comments. So that one of them you were making reference to, okay? And then the SG of said group, because he's the secretary of the group, he said. And then the SG of said or youth group, it was evilly reported to Big Brother Alex Noah that I am the chief architect behind this devilish plan. Without calling me in for an inquiry, as my big brother, Mr. Noah ordered his financial managers to design a plan that will kick me out of the port. Okay, so these are allegations he's making against Alexander Moore Noah. Okay, you have to understand also that the the campaign, for example, to assassinate Alexander Noah, he didn't say, "Oh, I don't know nothing about it." He didn't denounce. He didn't denounce or deny this in his communication. Okay, let me read that again. Say, uh, from the beginning here, and the second alleged plan to assassinate him, Big Brother Alex Noah, by the crew youth, and ban the SG of said youth group. It was devilishly. You say it was devilish. You want to tell him how it was reported, okay? It was evilly reported to Big Brother Alex Noah that I am the chief architect beyond this devilish plan. Without calling me in for an inquiry as my big brother, as a small brother too, what was your responsibility to your big brother? You couldn't go to him too if he didn't call you. They assume that Alex on the board did not call you. Did you go to him and say, brother, whatever that's going on, I have no connection to it. I have no idea, and the information, as a matter of fact, is not true. Did he do something like that? No, he didn't. All right. Mr. Noah ordered his financial managers to design a plan that would kick me out of the port. According to a senior staff who was on the scene, he told me that that there were disagreements among themselves, cause some said or saw it has been biased. Okay, so let me read that again. It's careful. He said, according to a senior staffer who was on the scene, he didn't give her the name of the senior staffer. Okay, so they will say things without giving her the facts. They will make joke. Oh, according to who is the senior staffer? So why should we believe what you are saying? Call this person name. So according to a senior staffer, so you're quoting somebody. According to a senior staffer who was on the scene, he told me that. So is they say basically the other person says, the other person says. Okay, so that's why he's telling you. According to a senior staffer who was on the scene, he told me that there were disagreement among themselves, cause some saw it has been biased. But at the end, his big brother Alex decision was adhered to. Okay, so Sonny Boy Noah is the man. The man is a king. So he went on to say they immediately crafted a bar and fake absentee listing with additionally, or it should have been additional information that I have abandoned my job. Okay, so these are the allegations he's making. Okay. In a quote, he said, when and how. Okay. He went on to say he then demanded them to send those diabolical information to the HR department in Morovia for the intent of deleting my name from the payroll. Okay. Which was achieved. He went on to say, for my part, I see this as being very unfair. And why do I say this? My last pay I ever took from my salaried account was on the 1st of April. Then on the 8th, okay, Big Brother Noah told us in a meeting that amended from the HR, okay, asked that the staffers or workforce at the port of Greenville will be reduced by 75% due to the outbreak of the deadly coronavirus in Liberia. He went on to say these are all allegations you're making against Alexander Noah. And I was one of those selected from my department along with Diana Doe, Lloyd Jellin, Moton Tukon Jedo, they say Moton Tukon Son Jedo, to stay home on the presence of about 50 other workers. Okay. He went on to say it was from this backdrop I didn't visit the port until the 22nd of May. I was alerted on the 12th of May that our pay for April was ready. On the 15th, I went to the bank to get my salary, but to my utmost surprise, I was told by the teller and the customer care provider that my account was empty. Okay, this got me shocked. I immediately shared this with the operations manager, Mr. Edmond Ofosu, and he asked that I meet the financial manager and inform him. Taking his advice, I quickly messaged actually Mr. J. Ement Blai assistant financial manager of my situation. Uh, in his reply, he promised to do a follow up and get back to me. Okay, that's what Bly told him. We will listen to Bly himself. Okay, he went on to say he didn't do as promised. Okay, until the 22nd of May when and I got whispered by one of them, Swinion Stava. He didn't call those people names and say, oh, just, oh, I got whispered by Swinion, okay, Swinion Stavas, that my name and account has been tampered with. I immediately rushed to the financial manager office, Mr. That's Chepi uh, Kehawi, or whatever her name is, Kehahi, to do an inquiry. And from the financial appearances, or from the official appearances, I could sense that something suspicious was happening. Okay, I don't know how their faces were, and that he could tell. Okay, these are all allegations the young man is making. I then asked him as to why I haven't gotten my pay for the month of April, and his reply was because of absentee. Okay, then I again questioned him. How come? He said they have calculated my absentee record from last year to the day mentioned. My absentee has amounted to 19, which warrants dismissal according to NPA policy. He wanted to say, I again asked him to show me the NPA policy book or portion of the book that gave him the authority to do so. Up to now, that book could not be produced. Not to my surprise, his assistant, Mr. Blai, came with time sheets to justify those 19 absentee records or absentee recorded by them, instead of coming with the policy book to prove that this was a plan against me. I was deleted from the Greenville Port chat room on the 12th of May without telling me why said action was taken. All right. This is Melvin's account that we are reading. Melvin went on to say the young man that is standing with Senator Tejo on the picture here for you. Let me make it bigger. All right. So he went on to say, since my name was deleted from the payroll, according to them, I haven't received any written communication from the offices, local and Morovia, okay, according to him, except from the oral talk mentioned in my narrative, which says 19 absentees, and contradicting street talks that I abandoned my duties for 93 days in last year. Some say 2 months and all other stops. He said. But for God's sake, I am a resident of Sibe, a community in which the port is situated. Why would I miss 93 days or 2 months? Others said those 93 days or 2 months were spent in Morovia by me. Laughable. Let's discuss from the other side. If not all of us, few have worked or are still working with government institutions or concessions. I don't know what he's saying here. How can a staff or worker make 93 days or 2 months out of job without excuse, without receiving a letter of warning? Okay, he making all the allegation, he denied he didn't receive any letter or warning. Okay, warning letter. So we're gonna hear from the other people. So the last sentence here, without warning, a suspension or dismissal. This is sickening and diabolical. I thought to bring this to the court of public opinion because a lot have been said. Okay, this is the communication of Melvin communicating to us what had happened between him and the port manager. Okay, so all of what I just read to you, the long post, all right, with all these allegations, Melvin wants us to just take his opinion without at least some sort of evidence to say, you know what, at least on this date, I mean, like give us a specific time, some sort of evidence to make what you are saying to be truthful. Anybody can come, I can come right now and write a whole elaborate story about Melvin. Do you have people that will validate the story you are telling us right now? Or we should just take your word, like people will say, as Bible, and just believe it? Why should we do that? All right, so that's Melvin's account. That's Melvin's account. This is the voice of Sino. And our job is to bring every side of the issue, the unfoldings, developments. What are good developments? What are good or bad from Sino County? All right, so this time I will go on a quick commercial. I'll be right back and we'll bring the other side. Okay, all the allegations he made, we'll hear from the port officials. All those people names he mentioned, like Emin, Blai, and others, they will come to tell their side of the story. So I'll be right back. Let's listen to Dench.
But he made it.
Baby, sexy and bad. Talk it, look at her front. Talk it, look at her back. Talk it, look at her side. Papa. When you see Buju, know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. Whoa. That girl carrying some US. Whoa. Wanna sexy, come on now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, leave it so. Look at you. Look at you, na. Oh, back on the chest on the play. They play on the downstairs. On yeah, you will get away colors. You will get away colors. And I will get away colors. You will respect. Capital B. You will respect. My you in the money child. You will respect. You carry 10, I'm 10. You will respect. 10, I'm 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Okay, look at her back. Okay, look at her front. Okay, look at her waist. Okay, look at her hips. Baby, from out of my okay. Ingaya, someday to let go be in G's. Someday to let go be in dress. Someday to let go be in sketch. Red, white, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sino with Esoteric. Let's bring that young man picture down, and we're going to get the other side of the story. All right, so let's get the first video out there for you. Okay, so like I just told you, Melvin made all these allegations against Emin Blai, other guys, the poor manager of Sino County. And so after hearing Melvin's side of the story, we'd like to also play for you the officials from the port. Okay, so if the audio is not clear from the beginning or the video, it's because of the recording, but just take a listen to this one from what the port officials are saying, and you make the decision. Who is telling us truth here? Is that Melvin or all these various people that are coming there are saying the same thing? Are they conspiring against Melvin? All right, so let's listen to the port officials here.
We try to avoid ourselves from any kind of agreement, blah. But this is the time that will come. So the continuation is the time. In the post system, I've been left authority from the manager, and I think I should know the system at some level. So I don't think final office with the kind of brilliance that we have at this point in time to have administrative break area. I don't think so. They brought up our son, Levy Apoy, my son. He did not do fair to us and to himself. He denied. This is how it works when it comes to signing in, RCTSA, at a court. We have a system. The system is being monitored by the department head. Each department monitor his own people. Each department, the LSP, the technical, they have supervisors that monitor them and regulate and manage them. Then they report to find out in terms of attendance at the close of the month. At the close of the month. So, in the event, a technical is way from finance. What part do we play there to say my ABC housing? Is it real? It's not real. It's not real. The department of M&E or section has its own administrators. The editor, the supervisor, the deputy David, the assistant, and at the close of every month, they calculate the absentees. The annual session, we get technical, we get sanitation, we get LSP, we get M&E, we get ISDA, get in on the board, we get operation, we get administration, we get finance. So in the finance, I go all the departments to control the absentees. It's not true. We receive the absentees from the department on where we're there.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so we have got some insight. So let's go to this one. You are assistant supervisor for monitoring evaluation. But now tell me, give us your picture as to the record system in that department regarding the application. What was the record saying there from your own perspective?
Thank you very much, Patrick. And part of the evaluation department as a basic financial planning our job is to monitor and evaluate where he also found himself. Then the issues about coming poor air to tell some people that good manager was in the who rather know what they want. One thing is based on all this that information is not true as far as the truth is not true. She raised that if you have another reason to come to the station and say that it's a different thing but not that. The reason is Melvin will join the department 2018. 2019, Melvin was in Romeo that department established. After 3 months, he joined us and we all started to work together. Melvin is one of the monitor who is always delivering good jobs. But many times we advise him. If it came a time Melvin received a complaint, a warning complaint was sent to our acting manager at that time was Emma Fusu in 2019, August 19. Supervisor did complain Melvin to the acting manager about his behavior not coming to work.
Written complaint or
and
just...
that's the written complaints. I have a copy in my possessions. Understand me? That Melvin is not coming to work. Even if the agent come to work, if Melvin come to work, Melvin is not signing. I tell you that you lead a pool. And the pool system was working to the pool 2012. This is my second manager I'm serving on also who is now the director. Evan is one of our boss I've been with since I've been up to present. We go to work 8 o'clock and we leave on the jobs are full. But if Melvin sign in, come down to the country at the end of the day, you not see Melvin, you just leave the pool and go out. You understand? And this complaint was made several times. We advised Melvin 2019 May. Melvin left for Monrovia. He was in Monrovia May and June. For which you don't have any letter excuse that you cannot produce any letter from our office that here we have sent a Melvin in Monrovia, and we left him there. When we came back to San Melvin came after August. At that time, we have a new HR in Monrovia at the national level, and he said he wanted to talk to the employees and the contractors. And that phone was placed on outside speakers, and he gave all the guidelines and policies of MPA. At the end of the meeting, I think Melvin was when he apologized for his wrongdoing to the co-director, and the co-director said, okay, I pardon you, but from today, this should be the first and the last. He said, okay, and we all left that place. But from there, Melvin continued to carry on the same behavior, not coming to work, stay away from jobs, so now he come to job, he sign in and go. And he came down the supervisor, Melvin, and that time when supervisor me, Melvin, when they call my money, not adding it to your salary. You understand me? All those things are what you really see to us. So now I can question, Melvin, my picking this job. This job is the one I do respect you for. So I want you to hold this job. But all these things when you say Melvin said that different things, we should not even discuss coding, what's that, this, and all that one. So I was surprised with you.
All right. So that's the first video there for you from the officials from the port, responding to Melvin's many allegations against the port manager. So the guys that were talking, I think it's the financial team from the port. So are these guys also lying on Melvin? Melvin, the guys are saying, oh, it was tribal code. I mean, not tribal code, but port. The port of Greenville is a Sapo court. Port and all of that. Okay. So these guys that are talking, they are not Sapo. Were they programmed to by Alice Honeyboy Noah? Should we believe these guys or Melvin's side of the story? All right. Why, especially the elder? I'm not saying the elders don't tell lies, but why would the senior man go? The man who was calling Melvin my son, why would he lie on Melvin? I mean, they listed a lot of things that he did. The first speaker said, no, Melvin did not do justice to them and himself. He also went, he said things like the department, the supervisor complained Melvin. I mean, a whole lot of things they saying about his attendance. And there is a supervisor that can actually send the report to the finance team before they can make the decision how to pay you and all of that. But Melvin said all these people, they are lying, and the port of Greenville, Alice Honeyboy Noah doesn't like him because of what the whole story he just narrated. All right, so and the other thing he said was, the other second speaker talked about his job function. Their job is to evaluate and monitor and stuff like that. He went to the allegation that Melvin made, and he said Melvin is always late. He said always late for a job, and you're actually telling us that he tried advising. He advised the young man, and the young man said, "Oh, when they cut my salary, they will not put it on your own. Just leave me alone." So these are some of the things the guys are saying. Now let's listen to the next speaker. I thought the assistant finance man, Emmett Blai, did extremely well, because that's what I like to see. When you talk, you support what you're saying with evidence. That makes your argument compelling. So let's listen to the second video here from M. I think Emmett did great. He did great.
He said, DFA, I'm not getting my pay for the month of April. So I said, maybe we'll follow. Let me see. After that, he tells me later on, I said, maybe on Monday we'll follow. The fund manager call payroll. The payroll gave the clear picture of what transpired with the issue of Melvin. And that deliberate punishment never just affected Melvin alone. That punishment affected 200 persons at the port of Monrovia. That deliberate punishment affected Melvin cases at the port of Greenville. That deliberate punishment affected more than 10% year that salary got deducted. In my career, Melvin Nangwe, their salary was deducted. They were plenty that came here and wrote at my house and wrote their name for me to find out why is it that their salary was deducted. People got $14, $41, $51 deduction. The HR has been recent times started to review all contractor records. As we speak, in Morovia, contractors are now signing contract, renewing their contract. So the HR department has been busy reviewing contract and reviewing contractors records. So it is the HR office that use what it has, what are on the records, to review them and know and decide what to do with that. And let me come here and ask you that we are after him. Nobody is after Melvin, and nobody was after Melvin. Melvin in his post or in studio here, Patrick, that brought tears from my eye when I heard Melvin that the port of Greenville has been sacralized. Tears came from my eyes. Melvin Kessler say the port of Greenville has been sacralized. Melvin, when Sonny Boy talking at the port, Sonny Boy never knew that he was a crewman, right? Okay, let's agree to the argument that the port of Greenville is sacralized. Let's look at the analysis at the port of Greenville. The workers' analysis. We have 133 persons at the port of Greenville, both employees and contractor battery. Of that number, 30 persons are non-crew, non-SACO. 30 persons. Non-crew, non-SACO. Of that number, 36 persons are from the SACO section. Of that number, 67 persons are from the crew section. Right? Are you telling me, are you accurate that I was the port of Greenville is a SACO port? Let's hold on to that. Let's look at the leadership of the port of Greenville. We have 22 leadership positions at the port of Greenville. Let's look at the positions. The port manager is Edison Bonnois, who is a SACO man. The operation manager is Emma Ofosu, who is a crewman. The financial manager is from Benjide. The assistant financial manager is a SACO man, Emma Blai. The PS superintendent is a crewman, Tashon Draper. The PFSO is a SACO man, Sonny Wright. The ISPF commander is a crewwoman, Mimi Snoway. The deputy ISPF commander for administration is a crewman, Leo Blair. The deputy ISPF commander for operation is a crewman, Austin Crewman. The LSP commander is a crewman, Imai Jebo. The deputy for administration is a crewman, Oratus Wardrobe. The deputy for operation is a SACO man, Abbott Kumate. The investigator for the LSP is a crewman, Jawasin Yimpa. The safety commander is a crewman, Otero Sukan. The PS superintendent A, PS supervisor A is a crewman, Edward Gage. The PS supervisor B is a crewman, Louis Badmo. The telecom supervisor is from Selano, Adu Sako. The sanitation supervisor A is Foster Soy, is a SACO man. The sanitation supervisor B, she's from Benjide, Rita Gay. The MAE supervisor A, she's a crew woman, Eden Taylor. The warehouse coordinator is a crewman, Robert Jebo. The MAE assistant supervisor is a crewman, Poti Derry. If you look at the analysis of everything I've just read, right, you will know that three persons here in this leadership, they are non-crew, non-SACO. 5 persons in the leadership are SACO. 14 persons are crew. Are you arguing with me, or are you telling the people of San Okante the port of Greenville is a SACO port? That is ungratefulness in high places. For Melvin to come to studio and say the port of Greenville has been sacralized. When did Melvin know that the port of Greenville has been sacralized? We need to change our path. We need to change the metrics as sons and daughters from San Okante on how we proceed on things. Patrick, it's disgusting.
Okay. Thank you for,
All right, so that's ML right there. I tell you, did an excellent job. There's another video where he actually gave the letter of suspension and all of that, wanting that to give Melvin and all of that. So this is how you make it. You know, that's how, because we need Sano County, the citizens to remain in peace. And also people should not be beating these tribal drums, you know, to put the people apart. So I thought Mr. Blai did an excellent work, you know. He gave us the statistics at the port. The 133 employees, the employees and the contractor, 133 he said. And out of that number, 30 persons are non-SAPO, non-crew. All right. He said of that number, 36% they are Sapo employees, and then 67 crew. Okay, and he went on to the leadership positions, 22 leadership positions at the port, and he broke it down. Three positions are non-Sapo, non-crew, 5 persons are Sapo, and then 14 crew. So I mean, automatically demolishes the argument of Melvin, of the tribal argument you were making, because it has no merit based on the statistic that Mr. Blaise shared with us. That's how you do it. We need to have Sando County. I mean, if you make a mistake or if you blunder, get to your bosses, your supervisors, and appeal to them. But you cannot make all these tribal arguments just so that arouse the tribal sentiment of the people. It's not good. And so you have listened to the officials, you listened to Melvin's statement. At another point, I would play it on the port manager view, so you can listen to him. But this is what's trending inside of County Board. We are glad to the officials and everybody else to come and make the clarification to us so we can know the numerical, let's just say the statistic, the number of people at the pool and who is in what. All right. For me, it doesn't matter who occupies what position. The idea is we should remain in peace. If positions go, jobs in the county, let it give it based on your qualification and stuff like that, and let go on from there. And seek each other, help each other out. But to make tribal argument just to divide the people, it's just the young guys. They listen to Senator TJ, and the man has no good record, and then they are following him. So it's sad. So while I was talking, a few people joined the show. Let me recognize you. I'm saying Honorable Maya, that's Lucky Favor Colo. How you doing? Thanks for joining the show. Emmett, that's Blaise. Thanks for joining, and thanks for your elucidation. That was excellent. I'm seeing here a congressional contesting 2020. My man Alexander Slewian is following. Mr. Slewian, thanks for joining the show. All right, those are the people I saw while I was talking. So that's the issue of the report. I think those officials that came, they exonerated Alex Shenenborg. Noah, he did nothing wrong. If Alex is wrong, we're going to point it out to you. We'll look at the facts, about the facts that we are looking at right now. Melvin is giving you a bunch of emotions. No evidence whatsoever to support what he said in his communication. And I think there is no reason. We are not gullible to just take somebody's words and run with it. All right. So I think the officials that went in studio, they give us enough reasons and evidence to at least clear that tribal argument that going on in the county. All right, so that's I'll be right back with the next one. We're going to be talking about key reasons why I cannot support Mr. Thomas Romeo Quioh'S campaign for the Senate. Would listen to Dench. I'll be right back with the next talking point here.
But he made it.
Baby, sexy and back, talk it. Look at her front, talk it. Look at her back, talk it. Look at her side, Papa. When you see Buju, you know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. Whoa. That girl carrying some US. Whoa. Wanna sexy, come on now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, leave it so. Look at you. Look at you, oh, back on the chest on the play. They play on the dance stand. On yeah, you will get away colors. You will get away colors. And I will get away colors. You are respect, capital B. You are respect, my you in the money child. You character, I'm 10. You are respect, I'm 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? it, look at her front, rock it, look at her waist, rock it, look at her hips. Baby, fun, I told my rock it, Ingaya, rock it, Ingaya, rock it, Ingaya. Someday to let go be in jeans. Someday to let go be in dress. Someday to let go be in skirt. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. International beauty, international body, international baby, international business. They get too expensive, I'm more too attractive, and I'm more too productive. You are respect, capital A, capital B. You are respect, my you in the money child. Carrots all over, you are respect, and all over. Now who can pop for now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't challenge now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Rock it, look at her back. Rock it, look at her front. Rock it, look at her waist. Rock it, look at her hips. Baby, fun, I told my rock it. Ingaya, rock it, Ingaya, rock it, Ingaya. Man, you are beautiful. Show your beauty. So true, you are beautiful. Oh, baby, you tell it. Show your beauty. Man, you are beautiful. Chicky, Freddie Barrow. You're a beat I sing too much.
J&B Records.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sino. Welcome back to the forum. Let me get this communication. I think I'm gonna give you a quick commercial again. I'll be right back. Let me check this something else quick.
LIB and the world at large. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm the queen of the tune. Your award-winning down the master queen. Okay, guys, I don't think y'all ready for this one. This is the first female cipher. And hold up, we have all the female entertainers on this one. The legendaries, the voices of the radio. Hey, yo, Queen V, let's run it.
Bitches, they feeling my swag. Niggas, they feeling my style. People that really know that I'm the hottest. You and Ella. Biggie than one can ride. Me and I taking side. I will show them say I the pieces so they para do or die. Y'all know I'm the queen of the time. All the probably they throwing sign. They bringing them bogo, we eating it. We choosing their jelly climb. They throwing wappy, we watching, but we not get that time. Oh man, chukuchu. Big trust say don't got flair. That who talking, that me talking, me but I'm not scared. I know you're the talk of the town, but we will stay holding the ground. Queen V, hot as shit, call me bad as Puna. They call me the legend. I don't know. I guess you all are amateurs and I'm the pro. Cypher 101. Queen V, D Banks, turn me on. Female side when I'm fat on the beat, I'ma bring the air freshener. Call me cookies, baby, Quioh'S, I take your intestine off. Now they kinda big and maybe your favorite rap machine. They like, mama, you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sano. In the diaspora with Dark Side Porter Esoteric live from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining the platform, I saw Vasco. What's up, Kamle? Welcome to the platform. That's King Opero. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Prince M Double. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the platform. All right, so this is the Voice of Sound. I want to give you some reasons why I cannot support former Superintendent of Sound County, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. Why I would not support his campaign. He's running to be a senator for Sound County. Sound County and Liberia at large. If we want to see a radical change. We have to start doing something about it now. We have to send a message to our leaders that they are not the only people. They were not brought on earth to be leaders forever. Okay, especially if you did not do the right thing for the people, if you were given the opportunity to make a difference, to make an impact in the lives of the people, and then when we survey a history, we can see that, then I cannot support such a person. And so there are many leaders in Sando County whose history that I'm quite familiar with. There are many leaders in Sando County whose legacy I'm conversant with. And Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is one of them. I know this is not going to be pretty, and people are not going to like it, but this is what makes me Sayopude. You know, in my language, Sayopude is not somebody who is afraid. You know, Monu Sayopude. I mean, I'm the first person to say what you don't want to say, or what other are afraid to say. Sayopude can be interpreted so many ways. And so, like I started from the genesis of my broadcast, before I go after somebody else, I got to start from my own household. Okay? You got to take the dirt from your eye before you go to another person. Okay? Or you have to take the plank from your eye before you tell the next man you have a plank in your eyes. And so people will say, oh, you know, Romeo is from our side. And would say, I don't care about that sad stuff in Sando County or in Liberia. This is our man. Like PLO would say, the man is corrupt, but he's our own corrupt man. We have to back him up. No, that is unfortunate. I'm not. So I'm about to give you key reasons why I cannot support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S campaign for the Senate. All right, so I have four major reasons. Or if you like, I'll add one more, 5. Okay. The first one for which I cannot support the former superintendent of Sando County, Mr. Romeo Quioh, or Quioh, if you like, it's because of the reports that I showed you the other day. I show you the reports, the GSC and the GSC 2 reports. The one when he was superintendent on Senator Milton Tiege. And then when Senator Tiege left, he took over. They audited his administration on Tiege when you were deputy superintendent or development superintendent for Sando County. They audited him. Then on his administration, they also audited him. And those reports, they are not pretty. So I showed that to you the other day during my first broadcast. This is the first one here, the GSC report. Okay, and I will read just one paragraph again from this one. Okay, so I'll read just one paragraph why I am not supporting this former superintendent for Sando County, Mr. Romeo Quioh. Okay, why I'm not supporting him. Let me go to the first one here. Let me read the first paragraph here. I read the paragraph the other day, but I think the paragraph contains the major reasons why. So this one says, during the periods on audit, we observed that the Special County Development Council, SCDC, approved 74 projects, programs, and other activities at a total cost of $2,646,870 through 2 separate resolutions for the period under audit. But the Sando County administration undertook 12 projects out of the 74 projects approved by the SCDC. Let me read that again. But the Sando County administration undertook 12 projects out of the 74 projects approved by the SCDC, Special County Development Council, okay? From physical verification of these 12 assumed projects and review of documents provided for the audit, it was observed that 6 projects were abandoned, 2 were ongoing, 3 were completed, and 1 was inaccessible, therefore could not be verified due to bad road condition at the date of our physical verification in October 2013. All right, so this is a major paragraph here. The people approved 74 projects. And out of 74 projects, the superintendent, Dan Milton TJ, and Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, they undertook, out of 74 projects, they undertook 12 projects. According to the report, also, they abandoned 6 projects out of 12 projects. And out of the 6 projects, they only completed 3. This is one reason why I cannot support the campaign of Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. It took our people backwards. These 74 projects, they included clinics, they included schools, they included, like you say, hand pumps for our people to drink clean water, different facilities for our people. These, as you speak right now, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S can go to any clinic, any hospital, and get health care. As a matter of fact, he can fly out of the country to seek medical care. But that is not the case with the people of Sano County. The poverty-ridden people of Sano County, they do not have the opportunity. They gave Mr. Romeo Quioh'S the opportunity to give them that ability to get health care service, the one that Mr. Quioh'S and his children do get anytime they want it. But that is not the case. They abandoned 74 projects. And my conscience, looking at days, my conscience cannot tell me to support him. That's one. Okay, now, if you look at this, again, to verify that, so what I just read, they say responsible persons. Personnel, key management personnel, according to the report, Mr. Milton TJ, Thomas Romeo Quioh'S, he was a superintendent, assistant superintendent for development, Madonna Ramones, Williams, that's Benjamin Macaulay, Francis Mondubu, M.K. Bliter. Okay, so Francis Mondubu was the treasurer, Mr. Bliter was the assistant treasurer, Benjamin Macaulay was the project management committee chairman, okay, and then Romeo Quioh'S assistant. So that's reason number 1. So it's corruption. Because of the corruption, I cannot support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. This other report too, it tells me that under Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, they gave them $1 million for Independence Day fund celebration to undertake some projects. Yeah, according to this report also, there are a bunch of lapses. Let me see what it says here. Let me read this paragraph. It was observed during the conduct of the audit that the second report I'm reading now, audit that the Sano County administration made payments for various transactions amounting to $55,895 without adequate supporting documentation. It was observed during the conduct of the audit that the primary bank account of the Sano County administration was overdrawn for several months. Okay, our account was overdrawn for several months. This resulted into a closing negative balance of negative $27,178. Negative $27,178.27. Okay, this is what Mr. Romeo Quioh'S did to us. It was observed during the conduct of the audit that the Sano County administration awarded contracts and made payments in the total amount of $1,107,443.82. Okay, United States dollar I'm talking about here, for various goods and services without adhering to the amended and restated PPC Act of 2010. Okay, because of these violations, and over here they say responsible personnel for the money. Okay, our account went negative $27,000. If you run it all, that $28,000 on Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. All right, the personnel responsible for the money again. We got here J. Milton TJ, former superintendent, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, former superintendent. They put honorable to these. I don't like when they put honorable to this. Mr. H. Snell Johnson, former assistant superintendent for development. Mr. Kambola Jaban, chairman project management committee. Okay, so because of this, our account went negative balance. I cannot look at this and support Mr. Quioh'S. Another reason, ladies and gentlemen, why I cannot support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, I just told you the abandonment of the projects. I just told you for the corruption allegation. Honor Milton Tiaje, they were accused. Mr. Tiaje was taken to court and he was declared guilty. And Mr. Romeo Quioh'S was his body at the time. So if Mr. Quioh'S goes to court as well, he is in the line of guilt. And because of that, I cannot support him. If you look at this as well, the next reason. The bank balance, I told you $27,000. That's another reason. And then another reason why I cannot support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is this statement. He wrote a statement supporting Senator Tiaje. He's not the lawmaker. He's not the superintendent. He was sitting down, and there was a land dispute. Okay, the land dispute. These are some of the propaganda of Senator Milton Tiaje. Okay, I don't want to go back and forth right now. That's why I got it on my computer, but I don't want to be going back and forth. This is some of the propaganda that ran against their own people in the county. Okay, Milton Tiaje and the Quioh'S, the Duncan, the Nambwe Slum, and you call it now Supreme Court Justice Joseph Nambwe. Those guys, they put together and they ran propaganda against a district that was legitimately established in Sano County, and they call it Boca District Resources. Honor Ellen Johnson Salih, this guy ran propaganda against the district. You got to understand the same tribal thing I started with the discussion with. That's what we're going on, and that's what's still going on in the county. So because of tribalism, and besides, they don't want to give people jobs, because creating a district will create jobs opportunity. And Senator Tiaje and others, they don't want, because Senator Tiaje is a traveler. He doesn't like certain tribes in the county, certain people in the county. So that's how they ran. They pay money to be hiring newspaper journalists to write. So honor President, it didn't work. Honor Mr. Zaza still push for it. Okay, a push for the Wakaba district and the Sinkon statutory district for the people to be confirmed. Okay, and the guys wrote all of this. All right, yes, the act that created that district. Okay, this is the Sinkon Act here that created. Now, Senator Milton Tiaje represents Sano County. He is in the house to seek our interests, the people of Sano County. But during the confirmation of the officials of the Sinkon and the Wakaba statutory district, our senator refused to sign. Here is the confirmation right here. Okay, if you read here, this says the confirmation of the below named nominees. Hereby the author said, I have the honor to present my compliments and by directive of the Liberian Senate, apprise Your Excellency, because they wrote President George Weah to let you know that those officials were confirmed. Our Senator of Sano County, Milton Tiaje, refused to sign. Okay, at the back of this, if you look at this, in the empty space, you see that he was the chairman of the committee that's supposed to confirm the citizens of Sano County. Milton Tiaje refused to sign. I am laying this foundation to bring you. It was a land dispute. So the same land issue, Senator Tiaje wrote a bill after those people were confirmed of the Wakawa and the Sinkon statutory district. Senator Tiaje wrote a bill to take the Sapo people land. Okay? The district he was calling Boca District. All right? When he wrote his newspaper, Boca District Resources. Okay? When the officials were confirmed, Senator Tiaje was trying to take the people land. The people, the Sapo people, they had to go to the lawmakers. They organized a peaceful protest for the land not to be confiscated legislatively by Senator Tiaje. It's because of that the people did not take the Sapo people land. Now, this man who was running, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, when the debate started, he supported Milton Teje for carrying on that. So imagine Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is not in the Senate right now, and he is supporting somebody who wants to take the people land illegally, who wants to start, the man who is starting travel conflict or land conflict in the county. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is supporting the man action. Let me read Mr. Romeo Quioh'S statement, not my words. Let me read Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, the man who is running for Senate, who wants to be your senator. The man who under whose administration 74 projects were abandoned. The man under whose administration 27,000 naked our account balance was left $27,000, according to the reports that I just read to you. The same man was supporting Milton Teje. The man who supported Milton Teje when Milton said our county development funds should not be used to educate our children, because the money was going in their pockets at the time. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S said nothing. Okay? He did not defend the future leaders of Sano County. No, he didn't do that. He was with Milton Teje. And he supported the man also to take the people land. After eating the people money, after making the people poorer and poorer, he was backing Milton Teje to take the people land. This is the man that is running for office. He wants to be the lawmaker of the people. And with the evidence available to me, my conscience cannot tell me to support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. No way. I cannot do that. If Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is the only official, or the only person that is capable, that has the credential to run for office in Sano County seat should be empty. He's not the right person for our county. He's not the right person to be in the Senate. Because when he gets in the Senate, his body Teje is already in the Senate. The guys will be working together to make our people poorer, because they will be seeking their own interests. Because these two guys were together before. They were together before, and they looted our county. So now let me look at Mr. Romeo Quioh'S statement back in Milton Teje for going after the people land. Let's read it. It's right here. It's not far off. I got it for you. Our job here is not to make allegations against people. We'll give you the facts. If you want to vote for those guys, it is up to you. So this is what he wrote. It's a long statement, but we want to share it with you. Unsigned the forum and publish that. He wrote it. I want to get to the beginning of it here. He said here, okay, he said part 1. That's Mr. Romeo Quioh'S talking here, it's not me. Despite my preparedness to keep Senator Teje on his heels until he changes his political modus operandi, you know, speaking all these big words, okay? Despite my preparedness to keep Senator Teje on his heels, when they were eating the people of Sano County money, he didn't keep the man on his heels, okay? After Milton left, he became senator. That's why Milton started attacking him. And that's why now he's mad. He will keep the man on his heels, okay? When Milton left as superintendent of Sano County, when they got there, Milton opposed him, even though he was the assistant to him. So because of that, Milton been basically hindering everything that he does. So now he's saying, I will keep the man on his feet. The time he's supposed to keep the man on his feet when you were eating the people money, when they were sharing the people money, that was okay back then. So he said, despite my preparedness to keep Senator Teje on his heels till he changes his political modus operandi, I stand with Mr. Quioh'S talking. I stand with and by him on this matter, and will shift my blames on the Sapo lawmakers, both past and present. Okay, it's Mr. Milton, not Milton. That's Mr. Romeo Quioh'S talking here. Despite my preparedness to keep Senator Teje on his heels till he changes his political modus operandi. I stand with and by him on this matter and will shift my blame. Okay, so Senator Teje was campaigning, but then again he wrote a bill to take the Sapo people land. And Romeo Quioh'S is saying, I'm with and I will support Milton Teje. And I will put the blame on powers and present leaders or Sapo lawmakers. Okay, there is no such thing as Sapo lawmakers in Sando County. There is such thing called the lawmakers representing the county, Sando County. So Mr. Quioh'S, when they ready to play these tribal cards, Sapo lawmaker, the guy, Mr. Zasa, is not representing Sapo people in Sando County. He represents the people of Sando County, electoral district number 3. Electoral district number 3, it comprises of different tribes. Okay, so he said powers and present, he blamed them for Milton Teje, a campaign to take the people land. He will stand with Milton Teje. Okay, he went on to say, historically, he knows all the history of the whole thing, but he wants to give this is educated, informed me a lot when I read it. Historically, Tajawan statutory district was created during the Taylor's administration with Teje's instrumentality as the then Deputy Information Minister for Administration. Okay, during those days, the Sapo people were like slaves and strangers in their own county and on their own land. Okay, the man, he's telling us the man was Milton Teje was minister under Charles Taylor, and under the administration, the Sapo people were like slaves, okay, and stranger in their own land, okay. But the man who worked with Charles Taylor, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is saying, I will help the man to make you guys, instead of being like slaves, to be slaves this time around. I want you guys to be alien in your own land this time around. I will support Milton. Guess what? If you take the land from the people, you are disempowering the people. So Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is helping me. He's supporting Milton Teje to disempower the people, to take the people land. You know why the young leader in South Africa, Julius Malema, is fighting right now? He wants the poor people of South Africa to have dignity, because the land gives you dignity. If you have land, you can do a lot of things. You can make farm, you can build a lot of things on it, factories. Okay, that's the land is the foundation of economics. Okay, if you do not have a land, you don't have the advantage. And so Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is supporting Teje to take our people land, to make them slaves. That's why he is out to us. That's what Teje and Charles Taylor did to the Sapo people. But the man said, I will exacerbate that. I will support Milton Teje. When I go in the Senate, so think about it, the man is not a lawmaker, he's saying this to you. When he goes in the Senate, what do you think he's going to do? So during those days, the Sapo people were like slaves and strangers in their own county and on their land. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S talking. So Teje took advantage. He said he took advantage, okay? So Teje took advantage of his popularity with the then ruling establishment, coupled with his inherent hatred for the Sapo people in general. This is Mr. Quioh'S telling us. He said Teje hatred for the Sapo people. And the man is still exhibiting a hatred by taking the people land. But Mr. Quioh'S is saying, I will support the man who has hatred for the Sapo people. I will support him. I stand with him to take the land. Okay? This is the man that wants to be a lawmaker. He went on to say, okay, so Teje took advantage of his popularity with then ruling establishment, coupled with his inherent hatred for the Sapo people in general, created his imaginary boundaries for the creation of the Tajawan statutory district, deliberately, Mr. Quioh'S talking, deliberately and knowingly, including some major Sapo towns and villages. Okay, listen to Mr. Quioh'S talking. Prior to making Tajawan a statutory district, Tajawan was a county district with legal boundary established by lands, mines, and energy during pre-war era. That county district had boundaries with Dwazon and San Quentin districts, with Jacksonville as its capital city. Jacksonville lost that status as soon as TJ succeeded in acquiring the statutory district status for Tajawan. Okay, he telling us this man's story, but he said, "I will support him. I will put the blame on the past and the present lawmakers, or you call it the Sapo lawmakers." Okay, so I wonder when he goes in the Senate, what kind of lawmaker will you be? Will you be what? A Sapo lawmaker too? No, maybe he would be different tribe. All right. He moved, Mr. Quia continues, he moved the capital city to his own village of unification and changed the capital city to Unification City. Unification City is the capital city of Tajawan's statutory district as of date. As we speak, there is a bad blood between the citizens of that part of the area and those in the unification belt. Mr. Quia is telling us this. Mr. TJ created bad blood between the people of the people whose land that TJ took or whose status he changed. The man saying, you know what? All these things don't matter. I stand by TJ to take the Sabo people land. I stand by him. I even took advantage, he went on to say, I even took advantage of that division and managed to acquire 98 votes. Because of the division among the people at the time, he managed to acquire 98 votes in Jacksonville during the 2018 senatorial by-election. Note here, he did not say, I managed to reconcile the people. He said, I managed to get votes. Because these guys, you remember the prior election, Mr. Romeo Quia told us, we the elite, okay? This man is an elite. And this elitist, they use the division, again, divide. When the people are divided, they will navigate. So I use that division amongst the people to get for some 8 votes, okay? 98 votes, actually, okay? It's like he talking at me. I even took advantage, that way he said, of that division and managed to acquire 98 votes in Jacksonville during the 2018 senatorial by-election. So that campaign that come in, there were guys who will now preach message of unity. They will use division so they can get votes. That's what Romeo Quia will do to you. The first time in my 2 times running, I senator in the county. I want you to be reminded that Dwatton Statutory District was the first statutory district created in Sano, or Sano followed by Bryan and then San Quentin Statutory District. Tajawan was just created sometimes between 1998 and 2000, when these 2 districts were already been created. As we speak in TJ's quest for land enlargement, okay? For TJ quest, Mr. Quia telling us, as we speak in TJ's quest for land enlargement, he has created confusion between the people of Cowboy, Tazu, and Plenon, the land dispute which came about when TJ created some kind of Booker's County district called Toto Duo County District during the UP-led administration, using his close ties with Madam Salif. Mr. Quia is telling all these things, but he said, you know what? I am standing with Mr. Milton TJ. Go ahead and take the Sapo people land. Go ahead and create land conflict in the county. I stand with you. Okay? He wanted to say that district was created out of Pleon district, where he transferred Annie Poble as commissioners. I don't know why he put the S there, but as commissioner. At that time, Madame Poble was the commissioner of Pleon with assignment in Yonfoyer town as the district seat. Commissioner Poble transferred Kim as a result of a disagreement over the creation of this new district, which again took away a portion of land from one place to another. Okay, he's telling you that TJ taking lands, okay, from one place to another. But he said, I stand with him. okay? I will put the blame on different people. Madam Problem is now the statutory district superintendent for Taja 1 statutory district. He replaced her with one of his stooges or surrogates in person of T-Boy Clark when he transferred her from Yumford Town at the time. Okay, Mr. Quia is telling you the story about TJ, but he said I stand with him. Even as we speak, he is vehemently fighting unimpopular to send one of his diehardest, Paul Chie, who served as superintendent since the creation of that district. Okay, he went on to say, "You may it please." I don't know what you're trying to say. You may it please you to know. It may please you to know. I guess that's what you're saying. My man likes the kind of people who can dance to his funny drums. Okay, so he said the man TJ likes the kind of people that can dance to his funny drums. But guess what? He danced to the man drums before though, when they were bodies. When you were assistant superintendent, whatever TJ says goes. He was dancing to the man drums. And he's still dancing to the man drums and say, I stand with him to take this Apple people land. Okay, I'm telling you why I cannot support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S campaign. Okay, you went on to say, but if you dare stand in his way, then he will surely do all within his powers to bring you on your knees. Okay, so he brought Mr. Romeo Quioh'S on his knees. Mr. TJ fought and how Mr. Romeo Quioh'S moved from the superintendent to Osano County. So he's telling us that TJ is omnipotent. The man can do anything. And so I will stand with him. Whether he's taking the people land or not, I will support him. All right? Whether his action is justified or not, I stand with him because the man will do anything to bring you on your knees. Okay? And I don't want you to bring right now running for office. I will be running for office in the future. So let me put myself in the good boat with TJ. I stand with him for his campaign to take the people land. Okay? He went on to say, during my administration as superintendent, the land boundary issues between the Cowboy, Tasu, and Pleon was amicably resolved following a series of on-the-spot investigative site visits, as well as many town hall meetings. Okay, so he said no problem was solved under his administration. Yeah, okay, he solved that, but he doesn't want to solve the one. Okay, maybe the best way to solve the land dispute that TJ created between the Taja 1 people and the Cinco or the Sapo people at the time, the best way to solve that problem is to stand with TJ. According to him, maybe that's the remedy to that situation. The first one, he solved it amicably, but this one, he said, no, what? This man myself, we are in the same corruption. And so I was supporting, I can't make my man shame. All right, so he went on to say, when I left office, Senator TJ once again lifted the issue. Okay, after he solved it, the man brought it by again. But at the same man he is standing with, the same man. And he said, I stand with him. He went on to say, the superintendent at the time, Honorable Prosper Brown, withheld the ruling of my administration. Okay, Prosper Brown is one of the best guys that led Sano County. He was about reconciliation. Okay, so to make sure that the people remain at peace, he maintained the verdict of his predecessor, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. Okay, and there was no conflict. The people did not agitate. Even pressing, he said, the superintendent, Honorable Lee Namwe also upheld the ruling. Okay, Senator TJ had an issue with Chie for doing that. There was a whole different conflict that came on that too. Okay, but that's the same man. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S said, I stand by you, brother. Take the Sapo people land. He went on to say, Lee Namwe, but the senator in his land grab quest, that's Mr. Quioh'S telling us, the senator in his land grab quest lifted the same issue until recently when the Internal Affairs Minister, Honorable Vani Saliv, went to Sado with a technical team comprising technicians from the MIA, National Land Authority, and legislation for an on-the-ground boundaries harmonization, even though Senator Teji and his group failed to show up. But yet, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S said, I stand with Teji. I stand with him. The man can confiscate. He can continue to amass land in Sano County. That is fine. I stand with him. I will blame different people. The past and the present leader, they didn't do something about it. And so I stand with Teji. Okay? Let me read it. We'll make some analysis. We'll make some comparison here based on the logic that Mr. Quioh'S is pushing here. So that's how strong Senator Teji's quest for land enlargement for this wonderful Tajawan district is. Okay? He's telling us the man desire, the man quest for land enlargement to get big place. Maybe you want to establish your own county. So in order to get a big a county, you have to get people land. And so I was supporting him in the land grab campaign. I was supporting him. I stand with him. He went on to say, now let me chronologically deal with reasons why I stand with and by my political friend and brother. This is Mr. Quioh'S telling you. It's not me speaking here. I read that again. Now let me chronologically, he come and give her in sequence, in order why he's supporting a man, a friend, and a brother, a political friend and brother. Okay, listen to our candidate. Now let me chronologically deal with reasons why I stand with and by my political friend and brother. Senator Teji on this piece and up to shift lanes on the Sapo powers and present lawmakers who are historically, geographically, and sectionalistically from the Johnson district and failed to take proactive stands in these matters over the years. Okay, so because according to Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, because the present and the past leaders, they did not take proactive stands in these matters, so it's fine for Senator Teji to take the people land. Even though Mr. Zaza was in the vanguard fighting for the people to retain their land, Mr. Quioh'S is saying, Mr. Zaza is not doing anything. That is fine. Let Teji take that land. Present and past leaders. Okay? It's fine. Why is the fight between Senator Teji and Zaza? It's because Zaza does not want Teji to take the people land. But the man said, oh, the past and present leader, they are not doing anything. So what I'm going to do is to stand with my brother, my political friend and brother, so that he can take the people land. Meanwhile, he's a Sapo man. And so this is it. This is the man that the Sapo people also depend on. What is Mr. Romeo Quioh'S' role? Oh, I forgot. His role is to join his friend so they can take the land. That is fine. So this is like Dr. King and others, the fought for the liberation of the black people in the United States, okay? And they managed to get the black people to give them the right to vote, okay? The fought and the law were passed, and the people have the right to vote. But Dr. King campaign and other guys, they did not give the people economic independence. So because of that, Romeo Quioh'S said, you know what? I will join the KKK to continue to suppress the black people in this country. Because Dr. King and others, they fought and they didn't do something for the people to get economic independence. And therefore, I'm joining the West Citizen Council to suppress the black people in the U.S. If you are in the U.S., that's the same argument you'll be making. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S would tell, let's say, Kwame Nkrumah, who tried to create one Africa, who said, the political independence of Africa means nothing, or these various countries, they mean nothing without economic freedom. He did not achieve that in his lifetime. He wanted to unify the continent of Africa. That did not come to fruition. And so, in that case, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S would take side with the imperialists, with the colonial masters. He would take side with them. So because comparatively speaking, because past and present leaders of you call them Sapo lawmakers, they not do something about the land issue. Therefore, it's okay. He stands with Senator Teji to take the Sapo people land. This is the horrible man that is running for office. He wants to be your lawmaker. Vote for him if you want to. But our docs are here for the esoteric because of this. Because of the other reasons, the corruption, the denial of scholarship to our children, I cannot be in my right mind to support Mr. Quioh'S. He goes on to tell us this. Okay. Now let me chronologically deal with reasons why I stand with and by my political friend and brother, Senator TJ, on this piece and up to shift blames on the Sapo powers and present lawmakers who are historically, geographically, and sectionalistically from the Johnson district. Okay, those guys from the district, they didn't do nothing, so it's fine for TJ to take the people's land. And failed to take proactive action in these proactive stance in these matters over the years. Okay, he wanted to say it was during the period of the transition government, NTLA, when those districts were created through the instrumentality of the late Honorable Nelson Waba. Okay, he said past and present leader did nothing, but he is telling us through the instrumentality of Honorable Nelson Waba, these districts were created, but he said they did nothing. Okay, but let's go ahead. They didn't take proactive action. They was not proactive by the late Honorable Nelson Waba. They wasn't proactive to do this. I read that again. He's saying it. It was during the period of the transition government, NTLA, when those districts were created through the instrumentality of the late Honorable Nelson Waba. May peace be unto his ashes. From that time to date, there has been claims and counterclaims of the legitimacy of those these creations, sorry. Even as we speak, there is a growing tension between the Joasan, Kabadit, and Sinkan people over the land area which the Sinkan statutory district is supposedly covered. Okay, so that's because of some of these reasons, because there's the argument between amongst, if you let the Joasan, the Kabade, and the Sinkan people. So the panacea, the remedy, the antidote to the situation is for Tiaje to take the land. That's fine. That's the route he wants to go. And he told us that he resolved prior land issue with other people. Okay, but he cannot bring a solution, amicable solution to this one and say, you know what, I stand with my friend. All right, you wanted to say, in time past, Honorable Matthew G. Zaza used his little influence, okay? Yeah, when he describes it to tell you, say, the man dying, okay? But he said, Honorable Matthew Zaza used his little influence, okay? The effort that Mr. Zaza put in for the people to retain their land, that's little, okay? To confirm the over 300 persons, that is little to Mr. Quioh'S, okay? In time past, Honorable Matthew G. Zaza used his little influence he had with Manasseh to establish some kind of local authorities in those districts. Wakaba district was the only district that enjoyed the appointment of Miss Dorothy Major Slebo as the commissioner. Those other areas within the Sinkan district did not benefit because Senator Namwe and Tiaje continue reminding Manasseh of the illegibility. I don't know, illegibility. You know, speaking on the big board, eligibility. Okay, eligibility of those districts. Okay, so the districts they are Senator Tiaje and Senator Namwe. They were reminding President Salih that these districts they are illegal. They are not legitimate. Okay, all right, they are illegal. All right, that's what he's saying. But yet he's staying with Tiaje. The people that were doing that, he's staying with them. All right. Maquam, okay, he coming to us his problem now. Maquam with the past and present lawmakers is by lawmakers, he's talking about the Sapo lawmakers, the guys he calls Sapo lawmakers, okay? Maquam with the past and present lawmakers is why they did not take concrete steps to bring this matter to a logical conclusion. All right. Senator Mambutu Vlad Yimpang was senior senator of Sano County for 9 consecutive years and knew of the claim of those districts being illegitimately created. Okay, so Mr. Mabutu did not do something about it. So you know what? It's a ground. That's a ground for Tiaje to take it. I stand with Senator Tiaje. Take the land. Mabutu did nothing. He was there for 9 years and he did not bring this to a logical conclusion. Therefore, it follows that Senator Tiaje has right to the land. You see, these are the people. This is the man that will be coming to you and say, I'm coming to bring peace. I'm coming to bring tranquility. But then he's supporting somebody who is creating land conflict in the county. Listen to him and vote for him. He wanted to say why he didn't take interest in a peaceful resolution of the problem at the time. Okay, why Mabutu did not take interest in the peaceful resolution of those things at the time. So it follows again, Tiaje can take the land. Because I can say with any fear, okay, he's telling you he's a brave man. I have no iota of fear. I will say it to you. Because I can say with any fear of contradiction that Senator Yompa was suitably suited to have done that. Okay, he was suitably suited to have done that. He didn't do it. So Tiaje can take the land. Okay, because the Black movement, liberation movement in the U.S. did not give the Black people economic freedom. The Ku Klux Klan, they can suppress the people again. That's fine. Romeo stand with that. Okay, it's the same logic he pushing here. All right, he goes on to say, in fact, I had not been for the deeply rooted confusion now existing between Justice Namwe, Honorable Jefferson Camo, and Senator Tiaje, the recent local appointments made by President Weah would not have gone through. Okay, so he said these guys were together when they were united. Jefferson Camo, Senator Tiaje, and Namwe, had it not divided because had it not been confusion amongst them, the names that were forwarded, they approved the confirmation of those people who are going through. That's why he's telling us. He stand with those guys, okay? He stand with them. Even you notice that Senator Tiaje again stood up against those nominations on grounds that the president made those appointments based on misleading information provided him. Senator Tiaje, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S knows this, but he stands with Tiaje. Let's go on. Now look at the interesting situation. Okay, let's see. That got us interesting situation from our candidate. Now look at the interesting situation which transpired in the process. At the time, Namwe and Tiaje were both senators of Sano and were very good friends. They both said that those districts did not meet the minimum legal requirements to be classified as district. He stands with them. Mr. Quioh'S stands with those guys. Okay, these things make sense to him. He stands with them. He goes on to say, now again, listen to this one. Because of the confusion between Namwe and Tiaje and quasi-political convenient marriage that was established over the remaining period of Namwe as senator, that gave birth to the CDC appointments, which confirmation credit the Honorable Zaza cleverly claimed. Okay, so all these jobs, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, the attack is at Senator Mabutu and Zaza. Okay, he said, I'll read that again. Now again, listen to this one, okay? Because of the confusion between Namwe and Tiaje and quasi-political convenient marriage that was established over the remaining period of Namwe as senator, because at the end, Mr. Zaza and Namwe, they became a political ally, So that what you're talking about, it's not real, it's quasi, okay? All right? But Mr. Zaza got to do what he has to do for the people to retain their land or for the people to get on payroll. But Mr. Quioh'S is saying, Mr. Zaza is claiming credit for it. So the dispute you told us that you solved, should we give you credit for that? Or we should call it quasi, or we say Mr. Quioh'S is claiming credit for that. Should we say that? So you see, the hatred amongst ourselves is the problem here. Certain guys within the Sapo region, they do not like certain people. And so they will do anything because of those people they don't like. They will suppress the majority of the people. How horrible. And this is the man. You vote for him, you see. You see what will happen. Because he told us that this is his last time running. If he wins, you will see what Romeo Quioh'S will do to you in Sano County. Vote for him. The man is telling you, he's staying in power. He said, I'm taking side. I am taking side with Milton tell you to take your land. Put in the Senate land here, Milton tell you be there. Okay, you will see what will happen to you. He will make you more than slaves. You just told that Senator Teje on a charge that the Sapo people were slaves. They were strangers in their own land. But he stands with a man. That's the right thing. That's a sagacious thing. That's a wise thing to do to Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. This is the man you want me to come and support. No, I have a moral compass. My interest is not to a politician. My interest is not to somebody from my quarter. My interest is to the people of Sano County. Whoever will do the right thing, whether you're a Gio man, you're a Mano man, you're a Gribble man, once you are doing the right thing for the people, for the whole poor and for the poor people in Liberia, I will be on your side. I'm not going to support because we are from the same house. That's why I've been telling these people. They say Zaza is corrupt. Give me the evidence and you will see whether I will not come on Zaza. But they have not been able to do it. For years, I've been pushing it. Give me a compelling evidence. Give me something indubitable that I can believe that Zaza did this. I guarantee you, I will be on the very platform. I will be on your back. But as far as I'm concerned, in the absence of evidence, I cannot declare somebody guilty. There are preponderance of evidence against Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, and I cannot look at that to support him. So Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, he gave us this whole article. I'll read all of it to the end, okay? So he told us, let me read this. Now and again, listen to this one. Because the confusion between Namwed and Tiaji and quasi-political convenient marriage that was established over the remaining period of Namwed as senator, that gave birth to the CDC appointments, which confirmation credit that Zaza cleverly claimed and not even flagging President Weah's obvious intervention, okay? So now he demonized Mr. Zaza and said Mr. Zaza took credit and he didn't acknowledge the president. You see, that's how the hatred in our midst is ingrained in some of these guys. It is in their biology. I can show you many evidence where Mr. Zaza, even when he came on my show and I had an interview with him, he gave credit to President Weah for the effort made for the people to get on payroll. But Mr. Quioh'S is saying, no, Mr. Zaza cleverly claimed credit for it. Okay? And then when they see what the guys wrote, and they will say, oh, why Zaza is not supporting Romeo? You're going to be somebody antagonizing you. It's like Nambes Law telling you, I cannot support Otelo Kojo. Otelo Kojo cannot go from town to town and demonize me, and you want me to support him. So now Romeo Quioh'S, the people say, oh, Zaza, I don't want to support Romeo. This is what Romeo is saying about Zaza. But you know, Zaza is a benevolent man. He doesn't care about the frivolity or the frivolous stuff that coming from the man. I don't know. Whether you support him, I don't know. Maybe. He's a kind man. He's not somebody who keeps grudge against people. So he might. I don't know. Yeah, but that would be a bad decision. Mr. Zaza supports Mr. Quioh'S. It will be a problem. Yes, for me. I will have a problem with that decision. Mr. Quioh'S does not need even the crew people support. You know why? Because there's 74 projects that they abandoned. He and TJ, those projects were meant for all the citizens of Sano County, whether you are Crew, Sapo, Gribble, Jirepo, or what have you. But all of us, Romeo Quioh'S sleeps on an air-conditioned building right now. He drives a nice vehicle. But the biggest city that gave them money, Sano County, Greenville, to electrify the place, they left the place dark. And they got fancy houses. They got 24-hour electricity in their houses. But the people should be in darkness. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S and Tiaje, they use stove. They don't use coal pie anymore. They don't use firewood to cook. But that's why our people still using. That's the man you want. That's the man that coming to you. He wants to be a lawmaker. You deserve to have a stove in your house too. You deserve to have 24-hour electricity in your house. You deserve to have I mean, all the humilities that Romeo Quioh'S is enjoying, it's not for only Romeo Quioh'S and TJ. No. This guy deprived you of these things. And you were not born to be poor. You were not born for these guys to make you poor. Don't support Romeo Quioh'S. I don't support him. I will not. He goes on to say, Honorable Zaza was out of the country when those nominations were made. Okay, he's still justifying Mr. Zaza should not take credit for it. We shouldn't give credit for Mr. Zaza, okay? He's still giving you justification. Honorable Zaza was out of the country when those nominations were made. The question we should ask is, how did the names go to whoever, to the president office? How do the names got there? They just fell from the sky and went in the office? Who took those names there? Somebody might have taken those names over there. And that person might have been Mr. Zaza. Okay? So, but Mr. Romeo Quioh'S does not want to give credit where credit due. He said everything should go to, okay, President Weah, congratulations for helping our people. That's what we want. That's why we elected President Weah. Thanks for listening to Mr. Zaza. Even though he did nothing according to him. You see, these are the guys that demonize each other. Honorable Zaza was out of the country when those nominations were made. But net, what are you talking about? Net and still, he meant to say yet. But yet and still, all the glories, okay? That thing hurts Mr. Quioh'S so bad that, I mean, he doesn't know. He had to write a post about it. Why is it that the man taking credit for something he did not do? You see, Mr. Quioh'S is forgetting to know that there is something they call teamwork. Mr. Wabad, may his soul rest in peace, he started the campaign, he started the fight. He got the instrument together. He didn't make it. Okay? So somebody must continue from where he stopped. And that's why Mr. Zaza and others came in. But Romeo is saying they shouldn't get credit because it was established by Mr. Wabad. So Mr. Zaza carrying those names and fighting for those people. To remain on payroll, they have to come. Mr. Zaza and those guys, the Speaker of the House, when the people carried the petition, it wasn't Romeo Quioh'S that was standing there. He wasn't in the crowd either. He wasn't part of those people. For the people land to be retained. But anything else, Mr. Zaza should not get no credit. Honorable Zaza was out of the country when those nomination was made, which is not true. But yet and still, all the glories were being claimed. Okay. Well, again, the argument could be the honorable man does have to be on executive mansion, 6th floor office. The president for nomination to made. Okay, I don't understand that one. Nomination could any one time once the button is being pushed. Once the button is being pushed. Okay, that doesn't make sense, so I don't understand what he's saying over there. Please be told that the formation of the Sound of Peace initiated with Dr. Amos Sawyer, being the chairman, was a direct result of the confusion which developed between the Senator Nambe Tiaje on one hand and Yimpan and Zaza on the other side. Senator Nambe called to ascertain from me a statement allegedly attributing to Senator Yimpan and Honorable Zaza while they were in Belleville Creek on July 26th, Independence Day festivities. And that statement was, if Nambe and Tiaje obstructed GVL going to Johnson District, blood was going to be shed. It was that confusion which made me to draw the attention of Dr. Sawyer in my capacity as superintendent, okay? Knowing Dr. Sawyer as an eminent son of Sanu, who intervention could make a difference, I quickly ran to him. Coincidentally, Honorable Zaza also, there was a coincidence that Mr. Zaza went there, okay? Coincidentally, Honorable Zaza also elected Dr. Sawyer, that it was those efforts that led to the formation of the Sound of Peace Initiative. Dr. Sawyer was made the chairman. Oh, coming, guys. Excuse me. With Dr. Thomas Kuhn, named co-chairman with 9 prominent citizens, including the executive leadership of the county local leadership and caucus instituting the membership or constituting the membership. Okay, you want to say during one of the reconciliation meetings, the body established that the bad blood amongst the Sano leadership is primarily due to the political imbalances and not necessarily because of ethnicity. And so it was documented and signed on to by the full membership. The contemplation of the creation of a Sapo county was banned. That's a screw. What are you talking about? A screw. And the issue of political equal representation should be encouraged. But remember that, and then it was a political expediency to cool down the tension. But that was not a permanent solution to the problem because it failed to address the cardinal issue of the authenticity. Let me see the issue of the authenticity that of those disputed districts. Okay, I don't know. Okay, he went on to say, right now there are some eminent sons and daughters of Joazan who are supporting TJ action in those matters. Okay, including him, he's part of those that are supporting TJ action. He just told us already. He told us that he's supporting TJ. Okay, or he stand with him. Not that they are not Sapo people, but their thinking is that they would also regain the land which they believe was encroached upon by the creation of the Sinkan district. Okay. Okay, so because of that, Mr. Romeo too also support TJ. Okay, he's supporting TJ. They are seriously accusing fingers at Zaza and Yimpa, all of whom hail from the Sinkan section of the Sapo belt. Okay, this is a hardcore sectionalist. That's what Mr. Quioh'S is. He's a hardcore naked sectionalist. He's preaching sectionalism and tribalism, and that is why he joined his body, a friend and brother TJ, to continue to pull the people apart. All right, I cannot support this man. When I knew they became assistant superintendent for development for Sano in 2012, he just told you that when I knew they became assistant superintendent for development for Sano, what is the development that you carry on in Sano County? You go look for it, okay? You wanted to say assistant superintendent for development for Sano in 2012. The first land dispute case that came up was the Tajuan Hill case. Okay, he's solving other people's issue, but the other one he stands with TJ. Okay, Taju Hill is a hill, a mineral-rich hill found between some part of Joazan and Tajuan statutory districts. My boss, okay, that TJ talking about my boss, who was then superintendent TJ, graciously, you see how he dresses when it comes to South, he say, claim, kind of. But when it comes to TJ, graciously, okay, he has to praise the man, okay, graciously and honorably, okay, distance himself from the case being a son. Hey guys, wait for me in a second. I'm coming there. 1 minute, guy. 1 minute. All right, so Mr. Quioh'S said, I'll read his whole article so you can get everything for yourself. All right. My boss, who was then Superintendent TJ, graciously and honorably distanced himself from the case being a son from the area to avoid conflict of interest and reliably assigned to the case. It was that case that won me the high level of professional and administrative respect. Okay, bragging about himself. Okay, professional and administrative respect for the people of Sano. Okay, I put my all in that assignment. Okay, but he cannot put it all in the Sapo land case. But he stands with TJ. Okay, when it comes to the Sapo land dispute, he cannot solve it. The best thing to do is to side with Senator TJ so they can take the land. All right, listen to him. I put my all in that assignment. At the end of the investigation, it was established that the hill was not in Tajawan statutory district. Instead, it was geographically situated in Dwasan statutory district. That decision was wholeheartedly accepted by both sides or both parties. Okay, he truly do the same thing between the Sapo and the Tajawan people. Yeah, he taking side with Tiaji. Okay, so Mr. Romeo said, I am positively sure how these past lawmakers, as mentioned or herein, taking keen interest in these matters, we would not have been where we're at this point today. I'm positively sure that though or these precedent sections of mine will surely generate serious bitter arguments from across all lines, with some even coming with the action disrespectful ways. Go back again. I want to read that. I am positively sure that those personal sections or these personal sections of mine will surely generate serious bitter arguments from across all lines, with some even coming with the usual disrespectful ways of addressing issues as a result of their intellectual bankruptcy. Okay, he knows too much. Okay, so the other people don't know he knows, so they will come with an intellectual bankruptcy to use this disrespectful language. But what Mr. Romeo Quioh'S did here is not disrespectful to the people of Sano County. That is fine. The man who wants to take their land, he's taking side with them, but that is glorious to the Sapo people. That is fine. It's not disrespectful to him, to the people. If somebody wants to take their land unjustifiably, and then the person you side with that person, that is respectful to the Sapo people. He loves that. That is better. Other people are not. They have intellectual bankruptcy, but he's not bankrupt on this one too, intellectually. This is, you are telling somebody to suppress your people, to take their land so they can be landless. You support that idea. But it's not, that is not disrespect. That is not making the people slaves. I said, he said bankruptcy. While others would take advantage of this right out to put forth suggestion that will occasion a peaceful resolution of the matter. So I stand ready for whatsoever views been generated by this writing. Okay, Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, he's prepared for what I'm saying right now. He has no time for me. Okay, so I'm not doing this for him to have time for me. I'm just telling you, I am not going to support his campaign. He's not the right person for the people. He's not a unifier. He's taking side with Confucianists. Okay. Therefore, my candid appeal to both Honorable Zaza and Senator Teje is to take some remedy steps and that will necessitate the Senate plenary to mandate the land authority and leges along with the MIA to go on the ground to establish the actual boundaries in accordance with the acts. Sorry, there's a glitch over there. Let me refresh my camera just in case. I gotta complete this article. I'm gonna complete it. I'm gonna read it in totality. Let me do a quick refresher here. All right, so he went on to say to tell us that, okay, over here, he said, therefore, my candidate, he said, am I candidate? Okay, he's not saying, he said he frank, candidate means frank. Truly, verily I say to you, okay, therefore, my candidate appeal to both Zaza and Senator Teje is to take some remedy steps. And that will necessitate, he said they should take steps to remedy the situation, but he taking side with Senator Teje, okay, to make the situation worse. All right. Remedy state that would necessitate the Senate plenary or to mandate the land authority and leges along with the MIA to go on the ground to establish the actual boundaries in accordance with the acts that created those districts, instead of encouraging our people to go and stage street protests. Okay, so Mr. Quioh'S was against even the protests. Okay, that our people had for their land to be retained. Okay, he was against it. Okay, he's talking and not me. Instead of encouraging, he said they shouldn't encourage our people to have peaceful protests. It wasn't violent protests. The Constitution gives the people the right to protest peacefully, okay? But Mr. Quioh'S said, no, don't do it. You guys sit down, let TJ take the land. I side with TJ, okay? I'm taking side with him. Even though the presentation of a petition could harness the process as well, okay? You shouldn't encourage the people to protest, but even though that will help, to harness, okay, to garner the process as well, it will help to push the process. But don't do it, okay? Don't do it. That Mr. Quioh'S telling you that, okay? In closing, therefore, I stand with and by my political friend and brother. The truth, he said, listen to him. He present TJ, okay? Listen to him. In closing, therefore, I stand with and by my political friend and brother, the tough talking Senator J. Milton TJ, on the way he is proceeding, not by mob action or the same irregular method applied earlier. Instead, the due process. Okay, so he presents a man. The man is not using mob rule, he's not using violence to take the land. But you know what? He going through the law, he do the due process of law to take the people land. This is what we call legislative gangsterism. Okay, you use the land to harass the people. That's what Mr. Quioh'S supports. Okay, this is not a due process. This is undue process. This is the wrong application of the land of the law to take people land. Okay, and you are supporting that. But please, it should not turn out to be the unusual. He said, please, it should not turn out to be the usual. Zaza TJ Wahala. Okay? He calls that Zaza TJ. This is not between Zaza and TJ. This is about the people's land. Okay? So Zaza is underserving because he was elected by the people to represent their interests. So he's doing his work to provide oversight, to represent the people. And so if another lawmaker from the county is not doing what he's supposed to do to keep the people together, the other man got to do something because that's the job, it's part of his job function. To advocate for the people, to provide oversight, to make laws. Okay? So our man say the Wahala is between TJ and Zaza. So it shouldn't be the usual thing, okay? All right, so he supports TJ. Let our people work with their lawmakers to do the right thing instead just carrying placards to the Capitol building, okay? Shit. So that's your lawmaker talk. That's the man that wants to be your lawmaker. Time for election, go to the ballot box and support Mr. Romeo Quioh'S and see what will happen to you. Okay? Go and support him. This coming election, go and support. You see, that's what I think the CPP, the collaborating political parties, are not doing the right thing for the people of Sano County. To bring this sort of man to us, to come and represent the people of Sano County. That's the biggest slap that the collaborating political parties they have brought to Sano County. The man who abandoned 74 projects, the man who left our county naked to 27,000 United States dollars, the man who denied our children's scholarship, the man who deprived the biggest city in Sano County, Greenfield, electricity, the man who supported to grab the people land. This is the man that is coming to you to say, give the man your vote. Do so. But I know our people are sagacious. They are wise people. Romeo Quioh'S campaign, his quest for the Senate will remain a campaign. It will not come to fruition based on what I'm saying here. Because our people do not want to be suppressed. They're not looking for suppression. They're looking for liberation. And the man is both, let's just say, economically and otherwise suppressing the people. He supports that. He supports that. As you can see from what I just read. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the reasons why I will not, I shall not support the campaign of Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. Hopefully, some of you will see reasons as well to do the same thing. Our people need to be free. Since 1847, our people have been grappling with poverty. Some have They are gone. They died. They came to struggle. They want economic freedom. But that didn't come to pass. Their children came, they died. The current generation, we are still being suppressed by our leaders. They come and tell, oh, I got all the degrees. Your degrees are worthless when you cannot change the mode of vivendi of the people, the lifestyle of the people. If you can't change that, you're supporting somebody who helped Charles Taylor to murder 250,000 people in the Republic of Liberia. And you're still doing everything to suppress the people. And you will tell us, you write this elaborate, long article just to justify why you stand with your buddy. Go for it. So the people of Sano County, this is what my conscience is telling me. Mr. Romeo Quioh'S is not right for our people. When you were development superintendent, he did nothing. When you were superintendent proper, he did nothing. Okay? And he wants to be a senator. I oppose that. Yeah, I do not support him. And all well-meaning people of Sano County should not support Romeo Quioh'S. No. He's terrible. He is terrible. He's an enemy of the people. Yes, I said it. He is an enemy of the people. His own people. He told us that Senator Teje made our people slaves, but he stands with him to take the people land, to make them slaves more, to perpetuate the slavery of Senator Teje. Yes, that's what he wants. No, we want somebody who will be the Judah Malema to give the people land to them, so they can have integrity. They want to build their houses, to do business, to do whatever they want. Land, again, is the foundation of everything. If you do not have a land, you are just there, you're hanging around. So our people have a land. But Mr. Romeo Quioh'S says, I stand with TJ. Take the land. Carry it, brother. The people before us, the current and the past lawmakers, they did nothing to bring a closure to this land issue. So it's justified. Take it. See, this is the bad thinking man that is lobbying for your votes. Yes. Am I happy to do this? No, I'm not. But just the demands that I do this. When I ask myself the basic question, what is the right thing to do on the question of Mr. Romeo Quioh'S campaign for the Senate? He said to support him, and I play a blind eye and say, oh, this man is a Sapo man who's from the same place, so I should support him. No way. No way. That's how you put it as a different Homo sapien. I'm a different animal. Okay? I'm a different biped. Okay? I don't go with the crowd. I'm not going to be here for this guy to continue to suppress our people. And then I see young people that supporting these guys. When the guys in offensive vehicles, they go to bed, they go to their houses, they press the button, the AC comes on. And they went after the Amanda, the young people will go home. Then they start sweating in their houses. They had to put candle on to see. But Romeo Quioh'S, you just press the button. The AC will come on, the light will come on. You press the button, the stove will come on. The wife will start cooking. The children will cook. But with people, they have to bend down under the copper. That is what Mr. Romeo Quioh'S wants to perpetuate. And they ate the people money. They did nothing. 74 projects, only completed 3. Left our account negative balance. It's 27,000 United States dollars. I'm not going to support that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's the issue of Romeo Quioh'S, and that's my verdict on that. All right. So, my last talking point there, that thing will defer again. I've been on for a while, and I got other things to do. So what I'm going to do is that to look at your comments, and if you want to come, let me know. I can send you the link, or on the crawler over there, I got a number for you. If you want to participate, just call that number, or just ask me to send a link. I will send it to you so your view can be heard. I like to hear your views. Okay, so let me read some of the comments that I'm seeing here. Mr. Charles Kroji said, hi, how you doing, sir? Let's see, next year, I got Mr. Pastor Alfred Yonte. They are promoting hatred among the people. They hate. Their hearts are evil. That's true. That is a clear description of the guys. They're promoting hate. That's it. Good evening. How you doing, Morton? What's up? How you doing? What's going on? The candidate himself, he said, I'm watching keenly and listening with high degree of attentiveness. Okay, thanks for listening to me. I have just aired my view, and that's what I think. You are not the right person for Sando County. Washington from Norway. Thank you, sir, for joining the show, Mr. Yuntet. I think I read that statement from President Francis Myers earlier. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have for you tonight. This is the voice of Sando in the diaspora. Let me recognize you, and I will call it a night. Elisha Tuba, that's our former president of Minnesota chapter, Mr. Robert Tuba. Thanks for joining the show. Patrick Bolu and others are watching. So Patrick Bolu, Gaddafi, the president, the current president of Sando County the Association in Americas, the Honorable Thomas T.S. Soin is also watching with two others. I can see you guys. Does recognize this Orlando Doe. How you doing, sir? Thanks for joining the show. Mr. Stanley Thomas Silver. How you doing, sir? Thanks for joining the show. Hillary Quito. Is that Quito? Sorry, man. Sorry for butchering your name over there. Vasco. So thanks for joining. I think I recognized the rest of you earlier. All right, so this is the voice of Sando in the diaspora. We'll be back again next time. I have the last talking points. Okay, it's another young man. He's also an enemy of the Sapo people. He's an enemy of the people of Sando County. We will talk about him. He was once the disciple of Mr. Romeo Quioh'S. You see, so the people say you are what you read, what you listen to, and who you follow. And so these guys, they follow the bar leaders, and so their thought has been manipulated. The guys corrupted their thought patterns. And so we'll talk about the former disciple of Mr. Romeo Quioh'S, who has now calling a political prostitute. He's a political harlot. He goes here and there. And see also like Senator, like Representative Romeo Quioh'S, he also is taking side. Okay. All right. He also demonizing his own people and going and say, I'm going with a majority. We'll talk about that next time. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Once again, this is the voice of Sando. Dr. Ayapura, live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, United States of America. I will talk to you next time. Let's end with these female rappers. Okay.
LIV and the world at large. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm the queen of the tune. Your award-winning down the master queen. Okay, guys, I don't think y'all ready for this one. This is the first female cipher. And hold up, we have all the female entertainers on this one. The legendaries, the voices of the radio. Hey, yo, Queen V, let's run it.
Bitches that feeling my swag, niggas that feeling my style. People that really know that I'm the hottest, you and Ella. Bigger than one can ride. Me and I take his side. I will show them say I the pieces so they para do or die. Y'all know I'm the queen all the time. All the probably they throwing sign. They bringing the bogo, we eating it. We choosing the gel like climb. They throwing wappy, we watching, but we not get that time. Oh man, chukuchu, big trust say don't got flash. That who talking, that me talking, me but I'm not scared. I know you're the talk of the town, but we will stay holding the ground. Queen V, hot as shake, call me bad as Puna. They call me the legend. I don't know. I guess you all are amateurs and I'm the pro. Cypher 101, Queen V, D Banks, turn me on. Female side when I'm fat on the beat, I'ma bring the air freshener. Call me Quioh'S, baby, Quioh'S, I take your intestine off. Now they kinda big and make me your favorite rap machine. They like, mama, you can tap on me. Look, we don't talk a lot, we just let the record speak. Your favorite rappers for me and my gang, and then he check us speed. Beef is a specialty, I eat in the beef with extra teeth. I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist, I'm a freestylist. So many vegetables in the kill like a sink cabbage. I don't do a lot. He's a gola boy, he let you know I can get beat and I love a jock. I'm making a temperature high, relaxing in the car. I buy more than buy dollars. I just pray on the demi and one commando bracket. But pay some respect to your highness. I kill the beat, they like I do what I want with Poppy. I forgot I don't want Jackie. But sooner or later I'll be killing your dog, licking your body is up. I guess I'm the one you've been dreaming about, telling your friends that you're looking for me. But where you been to? I've been looking for you. You're not a Facebook type, you're not a Snapchat type, you're not a WeChat type, but you're just not a social type. Cause the easy my wants so you vex, to join you happy, you won't be sending his text. I'ma take it to your mom, your palm, my man, that part I want can job. Where I'm from, we don't take stock. You step on my toes, I pay back. When it comes to the one that I love, I got boys in Nima, I got boys in Rele, I got boys in Douala. All of them can get back. When it comes to the one that I love, I'm taking that noise, so you're parent and us. She's the queen, I'm the queenie. I know all of y'all thinking, Queen V, Master Queen, ladies keep on letting me doing my thing on the side for 101.
Pills. Cardi came too drippy, but I came too flowy. The punches are flow, mais les boys so call me your man. I breaking swag, breaking fire, my left on the line. No competition, they can't stand my tension. And in the street, like my name, they can mention. Some female DJ refuse to ban female song. For some dumb reason, bad knows what they say, but I care. But when they game boss, I said I Joe would say except. When they hear female out there, the Jeffy say we forget what. They talk blah blah blah, but they not know say we the man. Call me a man, I flock you for trauma, don't call me a man. Call me a man, call me a man. I give you tete, so call me a man. Call me a man, call me a man. I teach you a tapa, so call me a man. Call me a man, call me a man. My picky what? Call me a man.
Yeah, it's J Flow, baby. I temple. But there's a party I can't tell. Hot target. Taggy with bracket. Spellings of ice, then when they will copy the code, they will cap the concept. Hip code like my boat back. Letting out talking, I call. I'm the president. Nigga town, I'm a resident. J Flow with a mindset, when I'm on test, I'm a pro. With the best of the best. It's on your ear on post. Look, I spin the party. They won't come waste my bossy. They say, Monte got Jesse. For me, I'm not wearing Jesse. On the beer, I too desperate. My lyric flowing jelly. We the best in the game. We got flow, no contest. John the Big, you saw a rapping and he fire in protest. But we the hair to the tune. We speak nothing but the truth. Trying to make impossible possible. Make your dreams come true. Boko in that noko. I said Boko. Trying to hustle and struggle. Try to get mad or eat your coco. I mean, I'm murder moon. Don't mess with me before I murder you. You're born ish, when I tend to ya. I'm on the speak, just a DB die. I made it by it and all yeah, in Booyaka. It's a massacre. I got the keys, I'm the king to this queen. You play with me, I take the goats from this sheep. You want the beef while your shit cheap. I get you cool sounds. Tell me, how you feeling me now? Yeah. I search my flow to trap your favorite rapper, yeah, me like clapping. They keep on asking and screaming, but why that you yeah flexing? I get flow, I get bars, spitting for my brain or writing. I'm in the scheme for the prophet, so I escape the loss. If y'all not get where my picking, y'all be creepy on me. Sooner or later, when I blow, y'all will be screaming my name. That bad roll, y'all will be screaming my name.
Attention, let me get your attention. And you see me so I'm not let plenty tension. But don't step on my toes, you will get wrong impression. I did bag it, but don't tag it. And you know, say you not bragging. See, they be asking, how could it be me? What must it be me? Everything I mean, bitch, yes indeed. But you never saw the best in me. I sing, I balance, I sing, I inspire, I dance. They holla, they never see the fire. My inspiration came too fast, like I planned for it. I'm in the game for the moco, so you can calculate. That mean if it wanted, that mean it won't get full of place. Sex if it wanted, I spitting bars all in your face. I quit to calculate, I quit to memorize, I quit to flow. They haters see me now, they jacking all of them, they feeling cool. Babe, you wanna cipher, I run things and don't run me. That mean if it wanted, that mean it won't get full of place.
I hate a server, wanna have me, the cute wanna ring. I am the prison on the server, so the body bottom me. I got flow, I got bar, keep on spitting, kinda biggie bear, my own show. Jello can't feel me. I had it, I'm the hottest getting, and I feel what I wait for it. You bring a beef, I bring my cow, I will play to it. If person make a think back on my biggie, you won't cap it for. Everything you play, the bear, biggie me an iron oh. I spend the way I go, I'm making a middle follow. You mess with me, but I am deaf. My lyrics will bend again, finish. I'm making a minute to feel me. Every time, every minute. I spend it, but I'm talking loud. And I'm making rapper lazy. I hit in the south while I found out. I will make a bit of Timo. Like crazy, I wanna be. They feeding my lyrics, the figure.
All right, we are out.